Olympic hero Kurt Angle, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Yo, listen, this is the best wrestler alive, Platinum Max, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Hey everybody, Eric Bischoff here, and you are listening to We Are Wrestling podcast.
Hello everyone, this is Nunzio, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, and you're watching We Are Wrestling podcast.
We Are Wrestling podcast. Check them out, man. Stay tuned, listen to the podcast. Best one, Donnie might teach you a thing or two. Wrestling.
And if you don't listen to it, then it's one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Featuring your host, Best One Dog, Danny Huckins, Ring Circus, and Dan Eddy. We are wrestling.
What is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs. It is your boy, Rage Circus, 1/4 of the We Are Wrestling podcast. We Are Wrestling champion, America's favorite punching bag, and yeah, it's a good show. What's going on, Dan Eddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I had a rough week, but I'm glad to be back on the podcast, and been busy a lot with work and stuff, but I've been pretty good. And where's our third one?
So our third co-host, Danny Huckins, has been having some technical difficulties before we even started the podcast, so he might be in and out depending on what's going on. But we're going to do our best to hold down the show. And like we say every single time, anything can happen when you are live. But guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of We Are Wrestling Podcast, episode 181. If you guys aren't following us on all of our socials down below, please do so. And all of our social medias across the web. I was about to say worldwide. I mean, technically worldwide if you think about it. And I'm not even just talking about We Are Wrestling, but myself, Dan Eddy on Twitch, Danny Huckins on YouTube, Danny Huckins PW. Amazing content all around. But while we wait for Danny, man, it looks like he is back. What's going on, Dan?
I'm back, man. My camera, like, literally right before we were about to start, man, my shit just fucking shut off. So I had to unplug.
I saw that.
Shit out. Oh my god, man. This shit people do not see that happens when you're a content creator.
Everybody's a fucking pro until they do it, and then they realize how fucked up shit is.
Exactly, man.
What's up, Josh?
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, everybody? I just want to give a shout out
to
to this one, Donnie, who is on his break right now. He just reposted the stream right on X. What is going on, Brad? What's up, Josh? And what is up, Aya? We have a great show for you guys this week. But before we get into that, guys, let's start with Dan Eddy. What's your highlight of the week, fam?
My highlight of the week was actually from NXT last night. So with the Joe Hendry segment, and he's having Thea tag team with him against Ethan Page and Chelsea Green, I think for the tag team titles.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's a whole ring decorated out with the whole Canada stuff, and then Thea, they had like Joe Hendry's like say his name, but it ends up say her name, and she appears. And then Thea popped out of a cake and was like, hey. I just thought that was kind of comical and kind of stuck in my head. Well, I mean, because it was just last night, but still, that was probably my highlight of the week. And just, I feel like I haven't picked something comical in a while, or something serious, like from the main storylines. So,
to be fair, though, it's been a while since like WWE has done anything like super comical as of late. Like even with Alpha Academy, they've kind of like dulled it out a little bit. They've kind of like got a little bit more serious. I mean, Maxine's picking up wins against Becky Lynch. She's headed for an IC title run. Otis is starting to be a little bit more serious. Akira Tozawa was a part of El Grande Americano's segment not too long ago. So they're kind of just doing things right now. And to pick a comedic segment is honestly kind of nice and refreshing. So I'm kind of
not even R-Truth has been doing anything lately. So
that's a discussion for another time because I feel like that could be one whole segment because I feel like we all have something to say about that too. But
true.
What were we saying though, Dan?
I was gonna say R-Truth, I believe, was on Friday during the Halloween show, whatever, and he dressed up like Santa Claus, forgetting that it's Halloween and not Christmas. So he's back doing the whole thing again.
Hey, at least he has his job. That's all that mattered. The whole fucking crowd bullied WWE into hiring his ass back, so that's all that
least we still have him.
Exactly. So, Danny, what's your highlight of the week, fam?
I have to say the whole Dominic and
What's up,
Rey
Angelo?
Mysterio segment on Monday Night Raw. Dominic again proving why he's one of the best things on WWE TV currently.
I gotta agree.
I can't argue with that.
And we're gonna talk more about it when we get to the segment, but it was exciting. And you know, like obviously it's been a couple years.
Hey John,
but
what's going on, bro?
I think, and this is gonna sound really shitty, but you know, to obviously kind of get into that subject a little bit, but I feel like we should wait until the segment, but I kind of want to ask it now. I'll ask this one now. Do you think that Dom is going to be retiring Rey Mysterio? Is that why Rey is back? Because he has been talking about how he wasn't going to be around much longer, and there's a lot of them that are thinking about hanging it up in 26. So I can see Rey even hanging it up before 26. I could see him ending it probably before the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think so. How I think this whole thing is gonna play out is I think they're gonna have a match at Survivor Series in San Diego. You know, it's Mysterio country.
Yeah, and literally Mysterio country, both of them.
And so I think Dom is gonna win that match, and then at
You think it's gonna be
future
IC?
AAA show, we're gonna end up getting Rey Mysterio getting his win back against Dominic and taking the AAA Mega Championship.
Oh, so you think that Rey's gonna end up going to AAA for a little bit, and he's gonna be okay? See, now that is actually a pretty solid idea. So I kind of have to agree with you on that. That'll be really, 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 really sick.
Speaking of Dom, it's
up?
unrelated, but speaking of Dominic Mysterio, so his current title reign as the IC champion going on 199 days. One more week, he'll have the title more than his last 3 WWE title reigns combined.
Yeah.
So
dude,
the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, NXT North Champion, both of those. That's crazy.
Dude, Dom is easily making the IC title feel special again, and he's barely defended the fucking thing. Like it being on him is building enough prestige. Like Dom is over as fuck with the people, and if you're over as fuck with the people and you have a title, that title is going to be on a fucking rocket ship. And Dom has mastered the art of making the IC title look fucking prestigious. Can we also talk about how fucking beautiful that heavyweight title from AAA is fucking around him? Like, that shit looks incredible.
Yeah.
It's a solid fucking design, man. A solid design.
Yeah.
But in terms of my my highlight of the week, honestly, it's kind of comedical too, and it's super small. But I think other than obviously Punk, holding a world title for the first time in 11 years, that's already pretty exciting. But to kind of dull it down a little bit, mine is Rusev making that kid scream like a fucking girl, bro.
I saw that.
I didn't see that happen live until I posted my reaction to that match on TikTok and Instagram, and I got flooded with comments being like, "Oh, Rusev scared the shit out of that kid." Like, I had to go back and rewatch the clip to figure out what everybody was talking about. I didn't catch it live.
I was fucking wheezing in real time. I saw it happen live, and dude, I fucking immediately broke in almost like literally tears, bro. It was funny because the kid literally just tapped and was like, "Hey, Rusev," and he was gonna ask him something. He was like, "Don't touch me!" He fucking freaked out, bro. I haven't seen a fucking kid jump like that in so long from wrestling. It was like music to my eyes.
It's always fun. It's always fun seeing the innocence of the kids still to these days. Like, they know what to show it, like, it's entertainment, but for them, sort of like they see like it's the real thing. Like,
bro,
oh no,
Angelo.
Undertaker and Kane are really brothers. Oh no, but then they
that
still
alone got Rusev in the last time.
It's like same thing.
Fucking facts, dude. Dead serious question. How can anyone watch WWE in 25? The barrage of advertisements are disgusting. The prices are outrageous, and the way they treat the consumers is borderline abuse. Okay, so living room sports. I can watch WWE because, again, I've been a long-time fan, and I find my ways around the fucking consumer issues that are going on right now, so I don't have the same issues that everybody else does. However, I will say that I agree with you on it being borderline abuse. I will say that the advertisements, it's not my cup of tea, but I'm going to tell you why it's important. So the advertisements are what makes everything go around. The advertisements and sponsorships is what branches out the audience, what branches out the product, and it's something that it can have some kind of longevity revenue-wise. Now, you also got to remember they are owned by TKO, who is also the owners of UFC, and UFC, a mixed martial arts company. Sorry, it just kind of dropped. They do the same thing, and since they are part of the same roof now, they are ultimately going to start going towards a more sporty look, which also includes the advertisements. Now, when it comes to the outrageous prices, that is something that even WWE right now cannot do anything about. Will I say that it was smart to join a company that was already billions in debt? No. But because they are in that debt, they have no choice but to raise the ticket prices. And the empty seats is kind of what they're going to have to deal with until the debt is free. Once the debt starts to go down and dwindle, so will the ticket prices. They don't want to outrageously charge people, but it's kind of where we're at right now. It's a shitty situation all the way around. I don't think it's right. I don't condone it. I don't think that it's a great move. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and that's just unfortunately the fact and the bottom line of the matter. But I hope that kind of clears things up for you.
You took every word out of my mouth, and I'm the one with the marketing degree, so you explained it really well.
I feel like everybody's talking about like the low ticket prices or the low ticket sales for Friday on SmackDown.
Yeah,
and the first thing that came to my mind is like, it was Halloween. Like, what kid wants to go to a pro wrestling show instead of going out to get candy? It just, like, I understand why.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, if the kid doesn't want to go, the parents can't go. Therefore, they don't have that much. Plus, they ran the same venue 2 nights in a row. So you got to kind of pick and choose. Are you going to end up going to SmackDown, or are you going to go to, the show that they've been building up for the last couple of weeks or whatever is like, this big deal where there's going to be a new champion crowned. You know what I mean? Like, you got to kind of pick and choose what show you want to go
to. It says, you're right to the defense of your abuser. This is sick. This is textbook battered spouse syndrome. Buddy, living room sports. I don't know what you want from me, man. I'm not trying to defend my abuser. I'm just trying to give you the analytical facts, man. It's like
yes,
I said,
Donnie,
I
have to agree.
I don't think it's right. I don't think that it's a solid plan. I will say with Vince being in charge, he at least understood that families are the loyalty and the longevity of the sport and of the industry. That's the one thing Vince had. But at the end of the day, this is just where we're at, man. This is just where we're at.
We
SmackDown's
also
not good. Yeah.
Aya's got a good point too.
SmackDown's kind of dwindling right now.
Yeah, but like, it's also kind of like our job to watch the show because like we get money from the podcast, and obviously like with my content, we're doing the watch alongs and stuff like that. So like,
yeah,
well, you guys get paid.
You guys get paid. I mean,
start making content,
kinda.
man. You'll be able to get paid for it.
I was like, kinda. Like every so often, I get paid from YouTube. Like it's very every so often. I get paid from Twitch maybe once a month, but fucking YouTube, dude. Oh, that's like fucking in between 6 months, homie. It's sometimes longer than that. But before we get trailed off too bad, guys, let's get into the power of the poll. And this week on the power of the poll, we asked you, who is John Cena's greatest rivalry? And before we find that out, let's get a fucking countdown, shall we? All right. And the winner is Edge with it's with Randy Orton, 52%. Edge with 28%. 16% said CM Punk, and The Rock was 5%. Wow. Do you guys agree with this?
Not gonna lie, bro. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be Edge, man.
It should have been Edge. The fact that Randy Orton is on this is honestly kind of criminal. I could have seen Randy Orton with Undertaker. I could have seen Randy Orton more so aligned, rivalry wise with fucking. Honestly, I would say Kofi Kingston before fucking John Cena, man. Like, yeah, Randy was a huge part of Cena's rivalry, but to say that it was his best rivalry is kind of a stretch. I can't say I agree. I would have said 100%, maybe second place, especially in terms of longevity and how long they've been in the same, level. But Edge, 100%. I have to go with Edge. I can't say I also agree with like the space because that is a margin above Edge. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of disappointed with the Maniacs here. I feel like CM Punk should be a little higher. The Rock, unfortunately, would have to be kind of higher. I chose Edge too. So I don't know, man. I feel like I'm kind of disappointed about this one.
So
Kinda
I kind of went.
disappointed.
I thought of it as both two separate ways. One, how the question read, like what was the best rivalry with John Cena, and I also chose what my favorite one was, and I actually did choose the Randy Orton one.
Okay.
Actually, no. Fuck no, I chose Edge. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
What the hell am I talking about? All right, no, I chose Edge. I was just kind of defending the Randy Orton voters because Randy Orton is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So I guess maybe I did feel like I chose Randy Orton, but
I think in logical sense, I chose Edge, but I guess I kind of understand Orton. But at the same time, I'm like kind of mad about it because him and Edge had way better bangers. What do you feel, Dan?
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked. Like who had a better rival than Edge and John Cena together?
That was like Batman and the Joker right there, man.
Okay,
pretty
I
much.
did
You
choose
had,
Edge.
like I said, like you had where
Fucking
Edge
legs.
and Lita showed up to John Cena's dad's house or whatever, and went through John's
John Cena showed up to their live sex celebration.
Yep, and fucking you had Edge smack the hell out of Cena's dad, and it was just like, I don't know, like
fucking acting was atrocious.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
You cannot fucking forget Lita throwing the title in the New York Sound. You cannot fucking forget that. And then Edge got thrown in right after.
Yep.
And he got hella sick right after for a couple weeks or something like that. Let me see, but Randy and Cena also had a longer feud because the Edge injury.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a good point.
But I have to go in terms of like moments, the hype, what was at stake, who it involved.
Yeah, this was essentially like not the length of the feud, but like what feud was better.
Like
what I mean?
what gave you the most moments. So unfortunately, I'm kind of disappointed in the Maniacs here, but that's okay.
I'm not disappointed because everybody has their own opinion or whatever. That's how
True,
you know.
But if we're getting down to the nitty fucking gritty, though, it was Edge, man. We're getting down to like the Anyways, next week you guys have a chance to vote which John Cena WrestleMania entrance was the best, and there is plenty of very good ones to choose from. So, if you guys want to find out who has the best, which one was the best entrance for WrestleMania John Cena, vote.
I have two. I have no idea. I see one on there that I like, but I don't know if the other one is.
So for the audio listeners, it's WrestleMania 22, 23, 24, or 25.
Jesus fucking choices. Jesus, he chose just 4 manias in a row.
I guess, yeah, that's Donnie's.
That's fucking awesome. All right.
I like the John Cena car intro when he was in Detroit, and I like the one
CM
where,
Punk was one of the fucking dudes. Was one of the dudes that was chilling on the car.
That's the one that I like.
When he was still an extra, and then realized that literally like 2 years later he went down the same ramp as champion, which is kind of fucking awesome. So before we get into the We Are Wrestling TV recap, we're going to advertise the Blitzkrieg vlog where we got WWE fans' first indie show, fucking Rod Money, dude. And if you guys don't know who Rod Money is, man, at any indie show or any kind of watch along that is live in person, he makes it feel like a fucking WrestleMania. So be sure to be on the lookout for that coming out soon. Also, we have the Bound for Glory TNA vlog coming out really soon on the We Are Wrestling channel as well.
I believe that one just came out.
Oh, it's already out. Never mind. It's already out, guys. So go check it out on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel. All right, so guys, let's get into the weekly TV recap. And the first thing that we are going to do is talk about Saturday night's main event with the first match on the card, Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. What's your thoughts?
So I'm going to start off and preface this entire review as I was disappointed throughout the entire PLE.
It's not a PLE, bro.
It's a main event, bro.
It's Saturday main event, PLE, pay-per-view for that matter. The special episode of Raw. How about that? The SmackDown Part 2. Anyways, so with this Cody and McIntyre match, I was kind of surprised that it was the first match. Like, regardless, I thought maybe like second or third, maybe.
He wasn't winning.
Well, I mean, it's still that was one of the stories that they were pushing the farthest in terms of like the matches that were all together in this
like
whatever you want to call it
show.
Basically, yeah. But as far as the match itself goes, it was fine. Like I kind of saw everything coming. It was more of one of the most predictable ones because we all knew that Drew McIntyre wasn't winning. As much as they were pushing him to be a babyface and being pushed around and maybe he'll finally win one, the dude couldn't even win against I was gonna say Dolph Ziggler, but I don't think. Yeah,
look at that beautiful fucking heel turn.
And that was kind of an awkward spot too because he didn't get the full belt on the DDT too, so it was just kind of in front of him while he hit the mat. You guys look back at it, but overall, I don't know, it was kind of mid to be quite honest.
Yeah, I mean, we got the same fucking thing that we've seen a million times, and then they
over 4 years
massacred my boy Drew on the ground. Like, what the fuck is this?
If they're not going to give him the championship when they're having 2 quote unquote POVs in Scotland itself and have him be the main event and still not give him the title, like what, June? What are you doing still there, dude? Like, I know that's kind of a take to talk about like on a later time, but
you trust Hunter,
the dude
man.
just can't keep a break. Catch a break.
What are your thoughts, Dan?
I will say, going into the show, I was excited. Just like at the off chance of them actually, pulling the trigger and actually getting a title change. Like I thought for there was a glimmer of hope that we were gonna get something new. I wanted WWE to sort of throw a wrench in the system to do something that's not predictable. Every single match on this show, I'm pretty sure when we did the predictions, like we all knew who was gonna win each match.
I chose Drew just to be a difference maker because yeah.
Well, the belt wasn't up for grabs anyway, so
we knew Cody was gonna win. We knew Jay was gonna win. We knew Dominic was gonna win. We knew Punk was gonna win. You know what I mean? But I wanted something new. I wanted something fresh. I wanted something different. And like this idea that just because somebody wins a title in WWE, that they need to have this long, glorious title reign. Bro, I grew up in the era back in the Attitude Era to where like they hopitated the title back and forth. 1 week Stone Cold would have the title, 2 weeks later Triple H would have the title, 3 weeks later Jericho would have the title. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to that? That's why that era of pro wrestling is so special, because like they tried to give us new stuff each and every week. It wasn't the same recycled bullshit, and that's what WWE.
I got to give that to you, Dan, 100%, because where I think hot potatoing the title's kind of dangerous. I do agree that missing that, bro, chill, Donnie. I will say, though, I kind of agree with you there, just because not only was it more entertaining that way, but it was also the quickest way to kind of see what a title would look like on somebody. And by the way that they're carrying it, performing, their promos, they're going to decide whether or not that person holds on to it longer. And in that turn, it builds a star. So I do kind of understand where you're going, because like we could have had LA Knight as world champion by now, even if it was like a week, a month, fucking year. If we kept that same etiquette, it could fucking work, man. It could build more stars. It would give a lot of people opportunity, and it would give them something to strive for.
And to both of your guys' credits, Danny, I was saying that exact same thing when I was doing the watch along with Donnie, was that we kind of knew what was going on. And I wasn't expecting we're gonna get talking about the match later on, but with Jay getting the title, I'm not expecting her to have it for more than a year. I mean, that'd be cool if she did, because that thing looks good on her, like, not gonna lie. And I hope she does well with it, because now is her time. But and then to Rage's point, I forgot Rage's point, what he was trying to say. But yeah, anyways, I agree with you too, Rage.
I just hate this. Oh, like, this person won the WWE title. They're gonna have it for 6-7 months at a time. It's like, well, we don't need that.
Well, buddy, then why don't we go to the next match where this actually made a lot of sense, with Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill for the women's SmackDown WWE title.
Look at that crotch grab.
Yeah, Donnie picked the best pictures. What do y'all think? You fucking Eddie. What's your guys' thoughts?
Go ahead, Danny. I'll go last.
Again, the match was it was okay. It was predictable. We knew what the outcome was gonna be. It wasn't anything fantastic. Like, I feel like Jade Cargill is one of those performers that, like, you see one Jade Cargill match, you're pretty much seeing them all because she only knows how to work one kind of style, which is why I think she works so good as a heel. I was on this random podcast and they were talking about this match yesterday or the other day, and I was like, I sent out a troll comment. I kind of meant it and I kind of didn't, and I was like, Maxine Dupree is a better in-ring performer than Jade Cargill, and like, I don't necessarily think anybody can really like disagree with that.
Because I don't talk for 4 hours, Donnie. I got shit to do. Anyways, continue.
But I mean, it was predictable. But you know, Jade Cargill's the new champion. Let's just hope she does something with it.
Man,
I don't know. She needs to stay
I
understand.
A heel, I understand entirely why you are very like withheld on kind of being happy about it because we kind of got proven really stupid when she first got here.
I was the
will
only one
say,
that was like, it's gonna blow. It's gonna suck.
I think
nobody wanted to believe it.
Granted, it was 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I gotta
minutes is
say
all you need
though, like,
sometimes.
I think that we might be in for something here. But before I say too much, what was your thoughts, Eddie? Clean thoughts, bitch. We're doing our work.
All right, I got nothing to say.
Okay.
No, I kind of agree with both of you guys because I thought, and I also agree with Aya because it felt rushed in my opinion, because we all knew Jada was going to win because she had that push coming in, and granted, they haven't done anything with Tiffany Stratton as of late, and even when they did something with Tiffany Stratton, it'd be the same old rivalries. The same
Jax.
2 or 3 people. Yeah, Nia Jax, I think Bianca at one point, and maybe somebody else. So and then to go along with Danny's credit on the last match, they in the previous eras, they would be like, okay, this person get the title, this person get the title, this person's get the next 2 weeks later, something fresh. And that's why I liked Jade getting the title, because we needed something fresh with that title. Because like we were saying with Dominic earlier, he's making that title prestige. He's making that title something to look at, something to get excited for. And hopefully with Jade's heel turn, which was the right move, because I kind of agree with you guys, she needed something, she needed a change up of somehow. But with her being a heel and having the title, she can do open challenge matches every single week, and I'll be still fine with it. Like, because there'll be new opponents, there'll be new rivalries, there'll be a chance for somebody to return, like Bianca Belair or something. Just, I guess, because she's on my mind right now. But she has a title. It looked good on her, not gonna lie. Being clean about that too. Like that looks great on her as a champion. So I'm happy that she got it. I'm not saying like I told you so. I'm not saying anything along those lines. I am saying like it's finally nice seeing things come to fruition. And with Triple H doing the slow as fuck cooking with every single storyline he does, it's gotten to this point where I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that title. And that's me being clean.
So I'm going to be honest. I think that there's potential there. I think that this was ultimately the right move for her career. I'm not saying for the business, but for her career, I think that this was the right move. My biggest quorum is, Jade, we know your butt's big. Stop walking like it. Stop walking like you're fucking aware of it. Because even she walks stiff. Like that, like it's down to that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be a fucking asshole. I'm not trying to keep it dirty, but she even walks like she's aware of what she's carrying behind her. But it's like, bro, that's cool. It looks great. Whatever. Focus on your match. Focus on your ring awareness. Focus on your moveset, because I've noticed her timing is hella off too. Like when it comes to like her doing her little fucking like it's kind of like the same thing, the same kind of kick that Sheamus does, like the bro kick where he like almost pops and kicks. She's like always like almost a full second off, and it looks rough because of that. She needs to work on her timing a little bit. She needs to work more on her cardio, because I've noticed she's very sluggish very quickly compared to a lot of these other chicks, including fucking Nia Jax, who has her outweighed by at least 100 and something pounds.
Nia Jax has been doing it for over 10 years now.
Again, but here's the thing though, dude. If Nia Jax is running this shit way fucking better than you, and you've had fucking healthier title runs, and she's deemed unsafe, and she's still outperforming you, there's a fucking problem here. There is a massive fucking problem here. That's where I'm kidding here. Like, Jade needs a performance center, Jade needs Shawn Michaels, and Jade needs time to, like, Jade needs to be in a performance center gym in ring at least twice a week outside of television. Outside. And you need to get her with Billy Gunn. You need to get her with Shawn Michaels. Even honestly, Mickie James at this point. She can teach fucking anybody. And really kind of own into not only the promo work, maybe get fucking Michael Hayes with her to do some promo runs, you know, because Michael Hayes fucking great. And really start to own something and get it nailed down quick, because now you are world champion. You are going to be on the road a lot. You're going to be doing a lot of media. You're going to be talking to a lot more people. You are going to be a part of so many sponsorship programs that it is going to be sick. You are not going to have time to even piss right. You have to be able to lead a fucking match. She's not fluid whatsoever. Exactly, Aya. She's not callous enough yet. But
I just
will
thought
say,
of something
having her turn heel and also winning the championship was the right move to at least get her started to get there, because now she has no fucking choice but to swim. And if she doesn't, she's gonna get embarrassed in the WWE fashion. She's gonna get buried. She's gonna be off TV for a while. She's gonna wonder fucking why, and it's because she's not there yet, and she needs to be.
Yeah. And that I agree with that, because I think now it's time. Like, this is the right move for right now. I'm saying,
yes,
that was like she needs to work on some things. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like having blindfolds on, like, you know, horse blinders, and saying that she's the best wrestler right now. What I was gonna say is, I just had a thought. She is our world champion. So maybe she doesn't quite need a performance center. Maybe she can work with the right rivalry and have that, whoever her opponent is, they can work together with the fluidity.
But here's the thing, though. She's world champion. She's got to lead it herself.
She is world champion. But this helps the other person out too. She has a rivalry with Charlotte Flair.
Okay, you're cooking a little.
So,
I'll let you cook.
Because Jay Cargill's heel right now, and Charlotte Flair is trying to kind of rebuild her, you know, connection with the fans, being a babyface, being tag team champion. And I don't know how it's going to start or how they would book it, but having a match with Charlotte Flair, whether it be in a main event or something like that, or even just any stipulation, having a match with Charlotte Flair could help her with that fluidity, with her timing, with, you know, because honestly, they're kind of the same wrestling style.
Bianca and Rhea could honestly give her some help. All three of them could give her amazing help.
And Tyrus has got a point to experienced female wrestler. And Charlotte Flair was the first person that came to mind, because it can help her out too on her end. So maybe now, now she's champion. She can't really revert back to the performance center and just work on her stuff right now. Like, she's champion. She's got to have TV time. She's got to be there. She's got to be there for everybody else.
That's why I said outside of TV, twice a week. At least.
Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, you know, people that have been here for a while. Even fucking Becky Lynch at one point. I don't know.
What were you saying, Huckins?
I feel like that's why they gave her the WWE women's title. It's not necessarily because there was nobody to challenge.
This is going to force her. This is going to give her the pressure to become a diamond.
And that's you know, WWE's fault or whatever. Like, you have so many people on NXT, you know, Jada Parker, Lola Vice. NXT is filled with female talent that could come up to the main roster anytime. I feel like they gave her this title because it opens up for a feud for Bianca Belair and Jade. And Bianca's gonna end up taking the title off Jade.
All right, so I'm just gonna squash this now. As much as I would personally love that, I like Charlotte where she is right now. She's doing phenomenal as a tag team champion. She's doing phenomenal as a face. She's really starting to connect with the fans again. And can we also say that Charlotte Flair looking kind of fine as hell lately? So like, she's really rebranding herself right now, and it's working. And I feel like if we were to pull her out of the way just for the sake of Jade Cargill, you're ruining two careers at that point. Because she's honestly rebranding really fucking well. If I were to choose somebody, I would have to go with Bianca or Rhea. Absolutely, those two.
Let's not put her in the same category as Jinder right here. Let's just pump the brakes a little bit. What? I know Jinder Mahal was world champion.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
And he was also
The
better than
worst
Jade
world
Cargill.
champion in WWE history.
But he was also better than Jade Cargill in the ring.
Well,
But
we'll see.
that's
We'll see.
he was better than Jade in the ring. And that's the unfortunate truth. I'm not saying he was a great fucking champion or anybody was high on him, but
Jade
he was
Mahal.
better.
No, Donnie. Fuck off. Jade Mahal. No, fuck off. Go clean your office. Go.
All right.
Go away.
So on to the next match that I really honestly have nothing much to say about it, just because this was actually my least looking forward to match. But it was Dom, Rusev, and Penta for the IC title. What were you guys' thoughts?
This was 100% my match of the night. I think
It was a banger.
This
Really?
was
a banger.
This was my match. This was my match of the night, man. Like
I just
Dominic
knew nothing
again
was coming out of
proving
it.
why he's the best thing on WWE.
And that's all
TV
it
right
was
now.
for, though. That's all it was for, though, was just to kind of put the rub more on Dom, give Rusev some time, Penta some time. Jesus fucking Christ, I got fucking acid reflux. But like I said, it was a banger of a match. Like him catching the fucking 619. That. Whenever somebody catches a 619 for whatever reason, I am compelled to my TV because I'm like, are they gonna pull a Big Show and finally pick his ass up and just slam him against the fucking? I always wait for that moment, bro. I always wait for that moment.
Big slow.
But ultimately, I think it was a banger of a match. It was something to kind of just it was a feel good. Like we knew Dom was not dropping that shit. It's too soon. And it was just, for me, it was just ultimately a good match. But what were you guys' thoughts?
I think it was not just too soon to have
Facts
Dominic
different.
drop it. I think it was just too soon to have either Rusev or Penta have it right now. Because I think it was too soon for them to actually have a title right now. So I think
No, Omar, he
that
said,
was
keep my father's name out of your mouth. That's what he said.
Hey, don't talk about Christian like that. He's a great
that was
father. World's best dad.
that match was probably my match of the night too.
Just based on the
because-
sportsmanship. Yeah.
Whenever Dominic's on TV, I'm just I'm glued to it. Just as
you love to hate him, but you
bad.
hate to love him as well. Like he's still got
love it
heel power,
because-
but yeah, he's one of the bigger baby faces that we have, which is confusing.
Bro,
to
I
be
love
honest.
it as fuck. I love it so much because if we saw this picture only a couple years ago, fucking Huckins would have laughed in your fucking face. This dude was the biggest fucking Dom hater of all time. And I was high on fucking Dom. I love Dom. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, this is
I've
great.
always enjoyed
He
Dom,
fucking
yeah.
hated Dom.
Bro,
The
my-
moment he turned heel, it's like he fucking loved him from moment one.
my thing with Dom, and I said this about Charlotte Flair too. I said this about Charlotte Flair. Like with Dominic, it would have been so easy for the dude to just, be another,
good
another
soldier.
Rey Mysterio, a younger Rey Mysterio. He could have, just his entire career could have went that way. But
Oh,
he
yeah.
did something different. He really
He could have just
became
been Ray's
himself.
son. Turns out he wanted to be
Exactly.
Eddie's son more.
Dominic
But,
Guerrero.
But when you look at Charlotte Flair, not necessarily the Charlotte that we get right now with Alexa Bliss, but old Charlotte Flair. She'd come out with her dad's robe. She would come out with her dad's entrance, the woo, her catchphrase, her moveset.
Do you feel
Everything
him, sir?
about her reminds you of her father. It's not necessarily like that with Dominic. Yes, he does the 619 and he does the frog splash, whatever. But his entire gimmick is not,
Even Charlotte's
look at me,
changing now,
look
too.
at me, I'm Rey Mysterio's son. You know what I mean? I
I think-
respect the hell out of him for doing something different, really trying to become his own person.
And that was partly
Bill now.
Ray's idea too. Back in creative, he had the idea of them being tag team champions. First of all, so father and son. But then he talked to creative, I feel like, and had Dominic when they had that match was with Edge and Ray. Forgot what match it was, but he just kind of low blowed Edge and Ray, and that's when he actually stepped out. Yeah, that's when he's
And
finally
can we
stepped out of
talk
his father's
about-
shadows.
And can we talk about the
He
fact
bulldozed
that
those fucking
Dominic
shadows.
looks like a mixture between WCW Eddie Guerrero and Joe Dirt, and the guy is bagged Rhea Ripley, he's bagged Liv Morgan, and now he's bagging fucking Roxanne Perez.
Hey,
he's
no,
been bagging Finn Balor.
no. Step away from my Roxanne.
Buddy, He's already
can
had
have
your
Liv.
Roxanne in the fucking bag for like the
I
last
don't wanna
6
think
months,
about it,
fam.
all right?
Unless if you mad about it, fucking challenge him for the IC title on Raw, bitch. The fuck?
I will. I will.
Let's book it.
Custody for
Piero.
fucking
Johnny,
Roxanne.
go on Twitter
Piero.
and DM Triple H, man. We need this match.
No,
Facts.
I agree with you, Danny. I think he looks like a mixture of that. I was just thinking he looks just like Eddie Guerrero's kid at this point.
Johnny,
Not
you know
just
for a
with Joker.
fact that they're gonna reunite eventually. You know they're going to. It's WWE, fam. They're
And
gonna
I
have a
love the
fucking
fact
reunion.
that they're going back to the whole custody battle when Ray and Eddie were feuding back in like 05. You know, like there's so many callbacks to that, and it's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah! All right,
I'll be
and
the next El Grande Americano.
All right, and on to the next fucking match, the main event: CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. What were you guys' thoughts?
This match was. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
It was a fucking
ahead.
snooze fest. It was an excuse to put the World Heavyweight title on CM Punk, and I don't understand why they didn't have Jey Uso turn heel. It was honestly fucking stupid.
Jey Uso has to be one of the worst performers I've ever seen. In
Okay,
my
I
life.
would. Okay, see now you're going a little too far.
Performers,
okay, so
no. Promos,
booked,
yes.
yes, but promo because he's not literate, bro. He's
He
not
is.
literate
It's not
at
even.
all.
It's not even his promos, bro. Like he's a good
Jimmy
tag
got that
team
straight.
performer, but singles, the guy gets winded after 10 minutes. He botched taking a neck breaker. The guy's been in WWE since
Same
like
here,
08, 09. You know what I mean? Like you should know how to fucking take a neck breaker properly. Jey Uso is not a good performer, and this goes back to I remember when when they were sort of teasing the split between Jimmy and Jay a couple of years ago, and I was like,
Jimmy was at one point better than Jay.
fan of Big Jim. I was a big fan of Big Jim, and you
And I'm
and
out too.
Donnie used to rag on me relentlessly here on the podcast. You guys can even go back to those old episodes. Main event Jey Uso, he's the big star. Main event Jey Uso, he's the big star. The guy is ass in singles, bro.
So
Jimmy can wrestle circles around his brother. That's just my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
as far as my thoughts on the match, I thought it was a snooze fest too. And I was kind of rooting for CM Punk. I don't know if I picked Jade or not.
Boris,
but
I'm not just an entrance. Has match turns out he's just an entrance. Boris, you're the shit for that, man. You're the shit for that one. That's awesome.
That's terrible, but true.
Honestly, though, and
I'm
gonna say it. I fucking hate Jay's spear. I hate it. I think it's one of the.
Oh, dude, I do too.
He hugs them and claps his hands. That's it. I saw it. I see it the only fucking spear he's able to sell incredibly is when fucking fuck. Was it oh my god, who gave him the fucking pedigree twice? Was it fucking Rollins? They gave him the pedigree twice as he went to go spear him, and then he'd get fucking caught, and then just right into a pedigree.
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time he sells it good is whenever he's about to go in for a pedigree. That is it. I miss the pedigree, to be honest. Like when that was like an actual fucking finisher. Like I miss that shit. Anyways, I thought it was a snooze fest, but I mean, at the very least, we got to see CM Punk as World Heavyweight Champion.
I will say I'm kind of upset that Punk won the World Heavyweight title, and not because like I'm a Punk hater. I'm very much a big Punk fan, and
Bro, you better get to it because I almost just cut you off and we're right to the next segment. So you better get to why you're fucking disappointed. It better be good.
I feel like Jay should have won because he's just gonna be a transitional champion anyway. He's just gonna Punk is holding his title until Braun Breaker takes it.
And when the fuck is that going to be?
Why put Punk in that position when in literally 2 months they're having the Elimination Chamber in Chicago?
I feel like
Punk
I'm the only person that
and he could have made.
I agree to
like
disagree.
No, I disagree in fucking entirely. I feel like I'm the only one that sees that Braun Breaker is not fucking ready. He's not fucking ready, dude. He's barely done shit on the main roster by himself. He's literally a part of a fucking stable right now. He can barely cut a promo other than fucking Steiner math. He's only known for a pretty fucking spear where he makes air for like 5 seconds and then hits it. He's not incredible in the ring. He just runs really fucking fast and knocks people over. Fucking cool.
So,
the dude has a generic ass fucking... I'm not done. Another generic ass fucking leotard. He's fucking gotten the stupidest fucking. He literally looks like a 5-year-old with a fucking glue-on goatee. Why am I gonna want that as my world heavyweight champion when he can't even give me a compelling fucking story or 5 things that were fucking amazing in moments that he deserves to have that title? We're just gonna have another fucking just brutal fucking meathead just plowing through people with no substance whatsoever. Fuck.
Donnie's like, you're on fire till this very moment, Rage.
Man, you can suck a fucking dick, Donnie. I'm the host today. No, I'm not fucking taking it, bro. I'm not fucking. I'm not sold on it. I think it is the stupidest fucking thing. You already fucking made the shit go by way quicker the moment Rollins got injured, and now you want to just throw the fucking title on him? Are we gonna ever have a compelling world heavyweight champion yet? This is why it's on Punk, to build the prestige, to give Breakker the time to fucking carry the damn thing. If we just give it to Braun, it's going to be boring in 5 minutes and the crowd's going to turn on him. You know
so
it. I know it. You know it, and even fucking Donnie's bitch ass knows it right now.
I agree with Rage, but what I was going to comment on was
I never said shit about Ryback.
About Punk in the title was, I think it was a great idea for Punk to get the title, whether it was him versus Jay or him versus LA Knight. Granted, LA Knight might have done right with the title, but with Punk having the title, it just adds to the feud with him and Seth Rollins even more, because I am waiting for Seth to get back and then have him just straight out cut the promo and be like, you only have that title because I dropped it. And that is the equivalent to me stopping you from getting the title of all these years, because as soon as I come back, I'm getting that title back. And then that brings in Braun Breakker going for the title, because he already has, they split up. He fucking speared the shit out of Seth Rollins. So they have a feud and rivalry going on right now. So that just adds to the prestigeness of Punk having a title right now.
The thing that I want to bring to the table is the fact that when Rollins comes back, do you really think his main focus is gonna be Punk?
Yeah.
Punk wouldn't have that title right now if
been
it
his
was
main
not
focus for the last
Braun
2 years.
Punk would not have that title if it was not for Braun Breakker and Bronson Reed. Storyline wise, obviously we know he got hurt during the match with Cody or whatever, but they're making it seem like he got hurt because of Braun Breakker and Bronson Reed. So do you think his main focus is going to be CM Punk when he comes back, or Bronson Reed? I think Bronson Reed takes the title off of Punk, and then that gives Rollins even more.
Why Bronson Reed though, not Braun Breakker?
Or Braun Breakker, and that gives Rollins even more ammunition when he comes back to go right after Braun Breakker because of what happened.
Yeah, Donnie says the best. I think when Seth Rollins comes back, he's gonna want what's his, because he had to give it up.
Facts.
And he's gonna go after Punk. In the meantime, he's going to have to deal with Braun Breakker, and that's why I think it's going to be a triple threat match later on in the future for the heavyweight title. Maybe not Survivor Series or Royal Rumble, or maybe WrestleMania. Who the fuck knows? I don't know how long Seth is going to be out, but that'd be the fucking match I want to watch. And then maybe have Braun Breakker win it. Who knows? But as far as when Seth comes back and Punk having the title, I think while Seth's out, it's just eating him inside alive, because he just has to sit back and watch CM Punk carry that title, knowing that it's his, that he never lost. So when Seth comes back, I think that is going to be his main focus of getting the title off of Punk, and then dealing with the faction that he built. He can come back in the faction whenever he wants, because he's the one that built it, and he also has Paul Heyman to deal with it too.
Fucking yes, Tyrus. Anyone remember Breakker's IC feud with Jay? Nobody, because Braun hasn't got that it factor, and his weakness is hidden in tag team matches. He's his uncle's secondary clone.
Yeah, and Braun also got cooked on that promo from Jey Uso, talking about Braun Breaker's short NFL career of how long.
And like that, we are going to drive right into the next huge fucking news circuit, guys. We are going to talk about some groundbreaking news involving AEW's Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. We got the best one, Don, here with the fucking scoop on the world's biggest news.
That's right. I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. I had to, because this is breaking news. This is probably the biggest news that we've gotten in 182 episodes, according to the one and only Danny Huckins, PW. We heard about it probably over 100 messages in our group chat, ladies and gentlemen. due to Danny Huckins, this picture right here is what we're going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen, because the forbidden door has been opened. AEW and WWE, the partnership that we never thought was ever going to happen, just like the WWE and TNA partnership that we thought was never going to happen. But today, it's happening. Chris Jericho, AEW's first ever world champion, is in a picture with Kevin Owens. Fight Owens fight. Fight Jericho fight. At a hockey game. This is breaking news.
Ooh, Donnie just made the list.
Oh, I think we all made.
He said, bitch, I am the list.
Because we got some breaking news. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. Fucking stop. I didn't even know they were friends. Didn't Kevin Owens throw Jericho into a freaking television screen or something?
He did it to Sean too.
Guys, this 100% confirms that Chris Jericho
the fourth
is
wall
WWE
down.
bound. Chris Jericho's WWE bound or Kevin Owens is AEW bound. Something is bound. So let's talk about it.
Is it bound for glory?
This is so big that I literally couldn't take a full break. Right now. I couldn't take a break. I had to be here for this segment in particular because Danny Huckins says the forbidden door has been opened, and this has never happened in the past 6 years.
I did not say that. I did
Yes,
not say
you
that.
did.
I can't breathe.
Oh, I can't breathe.
I did not say that. I just when I
Tell
saw
us
that
what you
picture,
said, Danny.
when
Tell
I
us
saw
what you
that
said.
picture, my mind went back to when Drew McIntyre took a picture with Jack Perry.
Oh
and
shit! Drew
WWE
McIntyre's all elite.
And WWE made him delete it. So the fact that Kevin Owens taking a picture with Jericho, I went right towards. I definitely think there's something going on.
Wait. I have a question to ask you, Danny.
Jericho and WWE.
So on WWE.com, Shane McMahon's on the website recently, right? They just put him on there, even though he's been on there like this whole fucking time with Scott Stanford.
He's
I'm
always
married,
been
but
on the
with
roster,
Donnie's
he hasn't
energy
been
on this, I
active.
feel like we're all virgin nerds. I have the best show. I have the best show.
What
to
were you
host
saying,
tonight.
Danny? What were you saying?
Oh shit.
What were you saying?
Danny?
Cheers.
I
Cheers
already
to
said
all
what I
four
was
of us on
saying.
screen at once. Cheers. Oh, you made yourself a drinky
I
drink? Love it.
remember when Drew
Water.
McIntyre took that picture with Jack Perry. It was during the whole feud with him and Punk.
And you want to know why WWE had him take
posted
it
on
off?
Twitter, and WWE was like told him to delete it.
Yeah, because CM Punk doesn't like Jack Perry. And that was going to create tension. And right now, CM Punk and WWE are at an all-time high.
Yeah,
with their
Bailey.
relationship. And they are not going to risk it over a freaking Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Drew
I don't think
McIntyre
that was
photo.
it.
That serves the internet.
Y2KO.
Y2K,
Now, when it comes to
break
Chris
the
Jericho and
walls
Kevin
down
Owens,
fight.
do you really
Break
think
the
Tony
fourth
Khan
wall.
is going to tell Jericho, you need to take this picture down, Jericho? You're creating bad tension for All Elite Wrestling. I don't think so because he's a fucking
No,
mark
but
like you.
there's also a rumor going out
Fuck.
that
The
Jericho
aggression.
has been gone from he pretty much got out of his contract months ago. He hasn't been seen since April.
We got glasses.
Oh my god, bro.
We got glasses.
I'm really trying to analyze your take here, Danny.
There's a rumor going around
Tony's not
that a little bit after April, when Jericho wanted to take that hiatus, that he asked Tony Khan for his early release, and Tony Khan granted it to him. But there's
Asian
also a
from
rumor
below?
that his contract doesn't expire until next month. So
All right, well, this,
Danny,
guys,
really? This is breaking news? Really?
this is breaking news. The Forbidden Door has been broken. And Jericho is going to
I never
WWE
said it
now,
was a forbidden door.
100% confirmed. But I just wanted to say, I love all you guys. I'm going to enjoy
you.
the rest of my
Love you
week
too,
off.
Danny.
And Danny, I just wanted to remind you to eat shit.
You look like an overweight Bubba Ray Dudley, bro.
He fucking bounced. Fuck, am I supposed to how am I supposed to finish the show after that, dude? We have so much to get through still. We didn't even finish the recap. We still got the weekly news and rumors, the getting put over, and the fucking main event. Oh, you fucking
Fucking double tap.
This show's gone off the rails.
Oh, it's all his fault. It is all his fault. It's all his fault. If this falls apart, it's his fault, and I'm cool with it. All right. So, let me get my game face back on. All right, we good. We good. So, back to the TV recap.
Oh my
so,
God, that's
on
hilarious.
Raw, Rey Mysterio made his return and confronted Dirty Dom. What's your thoughts on WWE looking back on this rivalry? Dan, let's start with you. Okay, so Huckins, let's start with you while Homeboy gets collected.
I'm sorry. Eat shit.
Comments need to be back on screen. Very shady of him.
Walked into a lot, Haley. A lot, Haley. You walked into a lot. So I'll go. When Rey Mysterio confronted Dom Mysterio, I think it was kind of time, to be honest, because Dom's had a kind of his own run, and every so often WWE likes to bring back ghosts of a person's past, whether it be Seth Rollins as a Shield against Roman Reigns in WrestleMania 40, or like Rey Mysterio being like, "Hey, I brought you in here. This is how you got your start, like from me. Don't forget that. I can be a deadbeat dad all I want, but you're here because of me." So I feel like there were a lot of different ways that he could have gone with the IC, or they could have had him gone with the IC title after beating Penta and Rusev. And the fact that they brought in Rey Mysterio, I think they're going to cook with this, because this will just put Dom even more over. Because like I said earlier, he's already stepped out of his dad's shadows. Like he's his own wrestler. The fact that they only shared a last name at this point, and Eddie Guerrero's DNA. And so with Rey Mysterio confronting Dom, this only can go well for Dom. And Rey's gonna be leaving soon, so why not do it now?
Honestly, like kayfabe aside here, Rey is very proud of Dom. Very fucking proud. If anybody should be proud of their child and like where they're at right now in like, not only the fact is Dom, I think 26, 27. I think he's like a year or two younger than me.
I just had it up.
Yeah, how old is Dom? Because that's important.
28.
So Dominic Mysterio is about a year and some change younger than me. And the dude is a AAA fucking world heavyweight champion. Like, he is the champion of another promotion. He is a pretty long reigning IC title champion as well. When did he win that shit? Months ago. I know.
He won it
right? Isn't it
April 20th, 420.
So he won it April 20th, and we're already in fucking November. So I mean, the dude's killing it right now. He's going to be going on a year here in a few months. Like, I would be a very proud dad. Like,
and like I was saying earlier,
like, what's up?
Go ahead.
I was saying, I was just saying, or not. No, you go first, bro.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, like what I was saying at the beginning of the podcast, in case anybody's tuned in new, like his IC title reign right now is going to be longer than his previous 3 WWE title reigns combined. So he's going 200 days with the IC title, and I think it was like 204 days between the 2 NXT North titles and the SmackDown Tag Team Champion with Rey Mysterio.
Hey, I mean, revisiting a feud later on down the road just kind of like shows like how much progress you've made. And obviously Dom versus Rey won. It was great at Mania, but obviously we both know it could be better. I'm excited to see, Dom Mysterio now, because I can't even say that the kid's in his prime, because he's not. Like, the dude is still very much so on the rise. He's not even in the best chapter of his career yet.
He's not Raw anymore, but he's not in his prime.
I'm going to say this right now. Dom is going to be a future world champion, and I'm talking within the next couple of years. Like, mark my words, 2027 is going to be his year. Dom is going to be a world champion in 2027. The dude just gets it, He was already super far down the line when it came to being conditioned for the ring before he even debuted. Because let's face it, I was following the dude for a couple of years already before he even made it into the WWE.
Lance Storm trained him.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw his first crash pad test, man, and the dude was already. He understands luchador. He understands the entire art of professional wrestling. So he was already pretty conditioned beforehand, and then obviously, you get in front of people, you're gonna be green because you're gonna be fucking nervous to perform in front of thousands of people. He went from a fucking warehouse to thousands of people. He had no chill period. He didn't have an indie run. He didn't have an NXT fucking training. He didn't even, I don't think, even hit the Performance Center. And he was already...
He did.
He did a little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
But either or, his improvement is insane if we're talking about the rate of how fast he's going. Dude flew. So I would be a proud fucking dad, man. I would be a proud dad. I'd be excited for this this feud that we're going to be going down. I hope it has some kind of longevity. I honestly hope that we make it to the Rumble. Like, I hope Ray and Dom go to the Rumble because I think that there's a lot of good substance there. He does have a mullet. Yes.
He still does, yeah.
He still has a mullet. Yeah. Dom?
Haley,
oh, yeah. He's fucking rocking the shit out of it.
Do some research. Look up Eddie Guerrero and then look at a picture of Dominic Mysterio. This is same.
That is not his actual dad, but there was a storyline for a while.
There's a rumor, like the storyline, whole thing. Yeah, like it could be.
He does have a mullet and he has a mustache. Yeah, he has a
Just
handlebar
look up,
mustache.
it's a spitting image. Yeah.
Look up Dominic Mysterio and you'll know everything that you need to know. But I will say that it's going to be exciting.
Knew it.
But what are your thoughts, Huckins?
I like that they're revisiting this because we saw it at WrestleMania 39. Dominic came out of the paddy wagon or whatever, and they had that match.
Paddy wagon.
But I feel like the one thing that's been missing is them having a match on a PLE in San Diego, where they're both from. That's gonna be a magical night, man. And like nothing is confirmed. It's not confirmed that that's where the match between them is happening. But obviously, us being on the road to Survivor Series, it's pretty much a given at this point. I do think Dominic's gonna win, and then I think within the next 2 months they have a AAA show, and I feel like at that show, Rey Mysterio is gonna take the AAA Mega Championship from Dominic.
Facts. So, with that being said, on Raw, Logan Paul made his return and helped CM Punk earlier in the night, and I'm a piece of shit because I have not been doing this. He helped CM Punk earlier in the night with a vision, and then at the end of the show, Logan Paul knocked out CM Punk. What's your thoughts on Logan Paul versus CM Punk in a feud, and possibly him joining the Vision?
I think it was a curveball for all of us. I did not see this coming.
Facts, Haley.
Yeah, I kind of like it and I kind of don't like it because like my initial reaction was like, why Logan Paul? And then I thought, well, he did kind of have a feud with Roman Reigns. They could help with him joining the faction along with Paul Heyman. So there is some sort of connection there. But I'm excited to see where it goes. Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
What's your thoughts, Danny?
Thanks, Haley.
I was surprised when Logan came out, but I mean, we haven't seen him since I think SummerSlam was the last time we saw him. We might have seen him after SummerSlam. I can't remember. My fucking brain's all foggy. But I he took some time off and he just came back.
Yeah, he had a baby and everything.
I don't think he joined the Vision. I 100% don't believe I don't believe.
So let me cut you off real quick. So you don't think he joined the Vision, but when he gave his brass knuckles to Paul, do you think that he's like a called upon favor?
I think that
like another weapon in their arsenal.
I think he's going to be involved in the War Games match.
I think he's going to be the replacement for Seth. Yeah.
I don't think I can't as much as you don't like, Braun Breaker. I have a hard time believing because a lot of people are like, oh, the popularity that Logan has, he could be the leader of the Vision. Like, I have a hard time believing that Braun Breaker.
If there's a fucking leader, it's low key Brock Lesnar, and we know it. I will say though, not to cut you off real quick, but I will say though, a lot of people are fucking hating on the fact that Logan's in this. I'm actually the exact opposite. If anybody could fill Seth's shoes in terms of the ability in the ring, I hate to fucking say it, but it's Logan. Logan yeah, we know him from YouTube. We know him from the fucking Aokigahara Forest, the whole fucking, whatever, him getting
Vines.
canceled, him doing dumb shit. However, there is no denying the fucking gift and the natural ability that this fucking dude has in the ring. He just fucking gets it. He can cut a fucking promo better than half the dudes in the back that were literally built for this shit. They didn't come from an acting thing. They didn't come from YouTube. They didn't come as a content creator. Logan fucking gets it, bro. And he is compelling as fuck. If he wasn't a YouTuber, I guarantee it, you, me, him down there, fucking Donnie, people down in fucking... If he decided that from day one he was going to be a professional wrestler, he would have been on our Mount Rushmore already. He would have been on our Mount Rushmore. And I'm not crazy to fucking say that. The dude has the look. He has the fucking in-ring skill, and the dude can cut a promo better in his sleep than half the roster. So
I agree that the promo part, yeah.
I will 100% say that Logan deserves the spot.
Yeah, but I don't fully believe that he's like a legit member of the division. We're gonna end up finding out on Monday. But here's how I think the main event of Monday Night Raw should have played out. I would have taken Jey Uso out of the equation. I would have had Logan Paul agreed to team up with CM Punk because of what transpired at the beginning of the show, him getting tsunami by Bronson Reed. And I would have done the whole Logan Paul turning on CM Punk then. I just the whole Jey Uso aspect and Jey Uso, teaming up with Punk or whatever. Like, how many times do we really need to see that at Monday Night Raw? Like, I would have just went with Logan Paul teaming up or agreeing to team up with Punk, and then you do the whole, especially with ending in a count out. Like,
I know
it was
who could possibly join Punk and Jay though. I know who could possibly join them to even the odds. LA Knight.
Oh.
LA Knight, because he's also slated for the War Games match too. And I feel like if anybody's going to get their involvement there, it's LA Knight.
Jay, CM Punk, Jimmy, LA Knight.
Yep, and there's one more.
It's going to be 5 and 5, right?
Yep,
yeah,
and Roman. Yep, so I think we're getting a pretty fucking decent Survivor Series.
It's better than the Y6.
My birthday's hype.
It's better than the Y6 and MFTs, which we would thought was the original plan.
I think that's what Donnie was saying last week too. I think we're one of us.
Now we got to think about who could join Logan Paul.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, like it'd be Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker.
You want to know who I think is going to join them?
Drew McIntyre.
Austin Theory. Austin Theory. He was supposed to come back recently, but then Seth got injured. I think that they're going to do something where Theory comes back. But that's just me.
Well, that's because Grayson Waller got injured too, right? So you can't really do things like segments with Grayson Waller right now.
Yeah. So you're gonna kind of have to. You're gonna have to kind of expedite
He's
something.
just off TV. And like I just watched the Grayson Waller Chris Van Vliet interview that just got posted, and apparently Grayson Waller during the interview, like the whole topic came up about him and Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller was like, "Oh, don't talk about him. He's old news. He's not even on TV right now." So some shit happened there that we don't know about.
Okay, so what's your final thoughts on Logan Paul versus CM Punk?
I'm here for it. I'm excited to see where it goes because now that we're talking about it, match. Yeah, I'm gonna see where this goes with who's gonna join them as the other 5.
The thing is, I'm not sold that we're gonna be getting a one-on-one match between them. I feel like this is for War Games, and then whatever happens after that. Because don't forget, Survivor Series is the last PLE until the Rumble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So, I guess you could do CM Punk and Logan Paul and the Saturday night's main event, December 13th, CENA'S last match or whatever. That's going to be a massive show.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
All right.
And the fact that if they have a one-on-one match with Logan and CM Punk, they're not going to have Punk drop the title right away. They're going to want to keep it on him until either Seth comes back or something else.
All right. Well, now let's get into the We Are Wrestling weekly news and rumors. And to start things off, we got during an interview with Bill Apter of Sportskeeda, Tatanka says Triple H got his sons, Exhibit A, a visit to the WWE Performance Center. About 3 months ago, I went to Saturday night's main event. Triple H sees both of our boys. He says they got to get in the Performance Center now. He sends a message. Triple H didn't walk further than about 5 feet away. My phone started blowing up. All the executives at WWE are already setting an appointment for them to go to the Performance Center. He went on to say, they went to the Performance Center. Everyone loved him. Matt Bloom, which is the head of WWE Performance Center, fell in love with them, called them 2 studs. Shawn Michaels was there. Undertaker was there. So we came out of that. They had already recommended where they wanted us to go, which I'm so honored to be there. They're actually training at the Dungeon, Natty Neidhart and TJ Wilson's place. What's your first thoughts on seeing Tatanka's sons and them in shape for getting in the ring? And he says a new bloodline is coming.
There's always a bloodline coming. There's always an extension to an extension to an extension.
I feel like.
Well, what's your thoughts, motherfucker?
I feel like in a couple years, WWE is just going to be filled with like second and third generation superstars.
I mean, it's kind of what is going on already too. Yeah,
I'm fucking dying right now. That's awesome.
I don't know too much about them, to be honest, so I don't really have a set opinion. I'm just kind of like outside of storylines and rivalries and everything.
Tatanka? Are you familiar with Tatanka?
Tatanka, is it tall as fuck Tonka?
No, Tatanka, as in like
Tatanka.
Native American Tatanka, as in Lakota Tatanka. Him and I are from the same fucking Indian tribe.
Then no, I don't.
Okay, so then Danny, what's your thoughts?
I don't know much about Tatanka either. That was a little bit before my time, whatever. But like,
it's a whole history lesson, bro.
I will
look
say,
him up and I guess. God damn.
I will say, like, I could imagine it's so hard for like, you know, your dad's was a famous pro wrestler, and then you get in the business or whatever. Like, those are tough shoes to fill because you like, you know, everybody has this idea of, you know, how good you should be. And then if you don't end up being as good as everybody's expectations, I feel like
that looks bad on him too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
quick thing. Dan, I don't know if you've ever seen our intro for Old School versus New School, which was a podcast that was hosted between Donnie and our friend Phil. Tatanka is actually the dude that actually introduces Old School versus New School for us. So his sons are going to the Performance Center right now. He's a Native American wrestler and had a huge like chief gimmick and all that.
He was very popular in like the late 80s, early 90s. Like,
dude had a killer fucking run in 06 when he came back for a little bit, and his fucking theme song slaps, bro. I don't care what anybody says. I fucking love Tatanka. I love Tatanka so much. And they actually utilized him pretty fucking well for his final run. Tatanka was one of the last people I did not mind their like later run in the WWE. And honestly, it was good memories. Like we even got a good face start, and then he ended it as a heel. So like it was great. I was really into it.
I met him once several years ago at a Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling show at the Eastfield Mall before it got torn down. So
yeah, Tatanka's a fucking G, man.
Is this real name Chris Chavez? Or
Yes.
Chavez? Okay.
Yep. All right. So now on to the next. So where am I at? Okay. Reality of Wrestling announced that Sherilyn Guerrero, daughter of Eddie Guerrero, is beginning her professional wrestling journey. What are your thoughts on Eddie Guerrero's daughter joining the business and in the industry? Do you think she's going to hold up?
I'm excited. I'm happy for her because I think there was a rumor not too long ago that she wanted nothing to do with wrestling, right?
No, I think that was his other daughter.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that was I fucking forget her name.
You know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah, it's not Sherilyn though. It was I think it was like Shull or something like that, or Shaw Guerrero. It was Shaw.
Yeah, I'll have to look up later. Yeah, but I'm excited because I was kind of hoping that he had some sort of bloodline that can join wrestling. Because I didn't watch a lot of Eddie Guerrero growing up. I kind of missed it. Because his prime was like, what?
05.
Like
early... no, it was like 03, 04 was like his prime because that's when he won the WWE championship and everything alongside Chris
Benoit. I did watch more of him. I thought he was like early 90s.
Yeah, no,
he had
a good career.
WCW.
Yeah. He was huge in WCW for a while, and then he went to ECW, and then he finally made his arrival in WWE.
He came over to WWE in like 2000 with the Acolytes, Chris Benoit, Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting my ears mixed up. Yeah.
Or not the Acolytes, the Radicals. That's
the Radicals. Yep.
The Radicals. Gotcha. But yeah, I'm excited what they're gonna do with her because I don't want them to throw her just right in the fire right away. I want them to
I want her
build
to
her
go to
up
NXT and everything.
Yeah, I want her to start from the bottom.
I'm gonna say this right now. Quick thing. I do not want her in any other fucking company. If it's gonna happen, it's happening in WWE. It has to.
Oh,
it
yeah,
has
no,
to.
hands down. I don't want TNA or anything else.
I don't want AEW. I don't want TNA. I don't want fucking anything. I want NXT to start.
It's a diamond in the rough with WWE blood, and that's where she should stay.
Give her a false name in NXT, but when she makes her main roster debut, give her a story where she takes on the Guerrero name. Like, have her earn it, so we're not just throwing it on her. Because even with Dominic, man, like, yeah, he's Dom Mysterio, but he kind of earned it over time. You know, like the dude earned it. I would want the same fucking thing.
If they paired her with Dominic Mysterio as like a valet.
Fucking mullets, bro. I mean, I'm stoked for it. Like, I love when somebody's kid joins the business and ends up succeeding. This is kind of fucked to say, but I don't want another Curtis Axel situation. I don't want another fucking Davey Boy Smith Jr. situation. I definitely don't want a fucking Ted DiBiase's fucking. I don't want that situation. That comes with fraud. But all in all, I hope she does really well. I hope that she's received well. She understands the business. I hope she can cut a fucking promo because I'm not going to lie. Some of these females cannot cut a fucking promo to save their goddamn life, and I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of pretending that they know how to.
I will say, and I I hope nobody takes it the wrong way. I hope she surrounds herself with good people and she doesn't go down the road that her dad did. Because, yes, her dad was, a legendary pro wrestler, but he also did not associate with the best people, and he got into a lot of shit in his life, which ultimately caused him to pass away. I feel like,
yeah.
So I just hope she has her head on straight and she surrounds herself with good people and she doesn't go down that rabbit hole.
All right. Well, on to the next. We got an injury update on Seth Rollins. During an interview with Good Morning Football, Seth Rollins stated he will be out of action for 6 months due to his injury, and he has already completed surgery. What are your thoughts?
The one time I don't watch Good Morning Football, Seth fucking Rollins is on there.
He's like one of the co-hosts, bro. He does it several times a week.
He fucking kills
Does he? I thought he was doing that with the Rich Eisen show. Anyways.
No.
That kind of explains a lot because I feel like that was low key one of the reasons to give Punk the title, and this past weekend, and the fact that he'll be out 6 months. He had the surgery, which is good. It's not like he's gonna have the surgery later and then wait another 6 months or 4 months, whatever.
Yeah, no, he's already gone under the knife.
Yeah, so at this point, 6 months, it's basically WrestleMania season. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting how they're going to handle it with the vision and everything else.
All right, what's your thoughts?
According to Dave Meltzer, and I'll take take whatever he says with a grain of salt.
So why are we talking about Dave Meltzer then?
This dude believes everything that he sees on Twitter. But according to him in Wrestling Observer, WWE is hoping that Rollins can make a comeback a little bit before Mania, if not at Mania. I could very well see him do like a Cody Rhodes situation and have have like an open challenge or have like somebody wants an opponent and then out comes Rollins,
See, nah, man. Know what I would do? Protect Rollins, have him pull a Brock Lesnar and fucking come out and win Money in the Bank. And then just protect him until fucking Mania, and then have him fucking crash the party at the biggest stage of all for another fucking heist.
This is why the Money in the Bank match, you need to get rid of the PLE and keep the Money in the Bank match
at
on
Mania, bro. Bring it back to fucking Mania. There's no point unless every single match is a Money in the Bank match. You do not need a PLA.
And you get rid of the PLE, that frees up some room. They have so many PLEs a year now that it's like you have a PLE and then 2 weeks later you have another one because they're jam-packed with each other. Like they have so many a year that they're doing. Now they have WrestlePalooza they introduced this year.
Do you want to know what I want to happen? And this is just me. I want Seth to come back at Money in the Bank, win the fucking briefcase, have them protect him up until fucking Mania, and then have him cash in and fucking lose, and have Punk retain, and then give us another series of matches, and then maybe have Seth win it at the end. But no, have him fucking lose, because they're gonna be like, holy fuck! Not only did we think we could predict this shit, they had him finally lose a cash in, and that's gonna stun the fucking world, and that will also elevate the story between him and Punk.
Angelo, they only do Saturday night to main event like every quarter. Why would if they're having a Saturday night main event in early December? Why would they have another one in January?
Yeah, it's like quarterly or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like 3 times a day, 3 times a week.
But either way, I'm stoked for him to come back at the right time. I'm stoked to see what they do with him, and obviously from myself and everybody in the We Are Wrestling family, we wish Seth Rollins a very speedy recovery.
Yeah.
All right, and on to
it's confirmed for January as well.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, all right. On to the next. This one's actually kind of funny, and I'm excited for this one to be short and sweet, but a whole ton of shit talking, but also at the same time, empathy. So, Ridge Holland's life update. On social media, he says he's been totally fucked by WWE not renewing his contract just after he suffered a serious foot injury working a match in TNA, and he can't afford to pay his mortgage. What are your thoughts on Ridge Holland's misfortune?
Sucks.
I mean, fucking Big E would be has a probably shit ton to say about this, but what are your thoughts, Dan Eddy?
You kind of just took the words out of my mouth, because I was going to bring up Big E.
Yeah.
Because at this point, Big E would still be wrestling. But, I mean, that's neither here or there. I mean, I can confirm that it does suck having to pay mortgage and, like, be struggling to pay for it. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, it's not really WWE's fault. It's just more so, I don't know it's more so his fault too, because at the same time, it wasn't on purpose, like what he did to Big E. Like, it wasn't on purpose. There wasn't like a receipt or a bounty against Big E to begin with. But at the same time, like, that's unfortunately how the business goes sometimes. You get cut, you get released, you have bills that you relied on with that job, and that job is no longer there. So I hope that things get better for him, but at the same time, like, he can only blame himself. I'm not saying the Big E incident is the reason why, but I mean, many people can say it's because he's not being booked, he's not getting the same paychecks as now like he was back then, or yeah.
I got you, man.
I will say, I am 100% in agreement with Ridge Holland on this, to be honest with you. And, obviously we know, like, his history. We know what happened to Big E or whatever. This had really nothing to do with that incident. WWE, with this whole partnership or whatever, Ridge Holland was working on NXT. They wanted Ridge Holland to wrestle a match on TNA Impact, which is where he got hurt, and then, ultimately released or whatever. I feel like WWE should be responsible to pay, even if they do want to release somebody. Like, they got hurt wrestling a match that you wanted them to. And apparently, when NXT talent go to TNA or TNA talent go to NXT, like, they don't get extra pay for that. It's not like, the company wants you to do it, you're gonna fucking do it, or, be out of a job. So I do feel like with Ridge Holland getting injured because they wanted him to wrestle an extra match, I do feel like WWE should at least pay for the time that he's going to be out, because he's going to be out for 6 to 7 months, not being able to work, on top of the 30-day no compete clause. So, like, if WWE always touts, oh, we made $1 billion this year and $7 billion this year. We're doing fantastic. We're filling out fucking arenas left and right. I do feel like if a pro wrestler gets injured wrestling a match, whether it's for your company or because you wanted them to wrestle for a different company, that while that wrestler is injured and they can no longer work for the time being, I do feel like financially you should be responsible, because they were doing it because you requested it. It's not because they wanted to. So I will say that I'm 100% in agreement with Rich Holland.
100%. Yeah, I agree. on terms of like you literally released him during his injury. Yeah, you're paying for his medical bills, but that's literally the bare minimum. Like you should be paying this dude fucking at least his salary or something, or at least his pay while he's out, because he got injured on your dime and then you just released him. Definitely fucked him, and he doesn't have any other outlet of work out of fucking nowhere. He had no idea you were gonna fire his ass. So yeah, I kind of have to go with agreement. Like they should at least be paying his severance or something. Like I don't agree with how they handled it whatsoever. I mean, yeah, he did something to somebody, but Samoa Joe also did something to somebody, which I saw Donnie mention in the comments. I don't know. It's a shitty situation altogether, but I hope that if something doesn't get resolved, that Ridge Holland does get, take matters into his own hands, because I feel like that this is hella illegal. It's morally fucking wrong, and yeah, it's not like he was released fucking a year ago. He just got released and on injury. So, I hope everything works out for Ridge Holland in the future, and I hope that he makes a speedy recovery and is able to find some kind of light at the end of the tunnel, because this is a fucked situation. But on to our final weekly news and rumors. CM Punk uploaded a photo of himself with Ricky Sainz, Jade Cargill, and Cody Rhodes on social media with their championships, and this is the photo in question that he had posted. And I just have to ask, all the current WWE superstars were once with AEW as champions as well. Do you think wrestlers who work for AEW have a better chance of succeeding in the WWE? Because not only this photo, everybody else from fucking AEW is also a fucking champion in the company. So, do you think that people that work for AEW have a better chance in WWE now?
I mean, at this point, you gotta have to say that, right? I mean, it's somewhat coincidence too, but at the same time, it's you kind of have to look at it from a different angle and say, well, WWE is petty as shit at times. They always try to plan the same PLEs, or the PLEs the same time and weekends as the AEW events. So it's almost like they're afraid of AEW, but at the same time, they're like, yeah, we own you. Like you live, or we live in your head rent free. And at the same time, we're going to give our wrestlers that used to be you, or your wrestlers, a chance that they actually deserve this entire time.
It just shows that they treat their shit better.
Yeah.
They knew
they
were
put
stars.
it's like Tommy Boy, where you say, yeah, I can take a shit in a box, put a guarantee sticker on it and sell it to you.
Yep.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's still a piece of
Fucking
shit.
love that movie.
And not to say that any of the wrestlers that came from AEW are pieces of shit, because they kind of deserve this recognition. They deserve the title.
Guy? Dude's a massive asshole from what I hear.
I heard, yeah, especially backstage too. Damn.
Yeah, you can't go fucking punching people in the face. You just don't do that.
Like, I'm old, I'm tired, I work with children, I just want to go home. And
eat my Mindy's donuts.
And not be like some dumb fucking fuck named Adam Page.
I think this isn't so much a shot at AEW. I think it's more of a personal shot towards Tony Khan, to be quite honest.
I think this was Triple H's checkmate, honestly, because
yeah,
he
that too. Yeah.
did some dirty work with that picture, bro. Tony is definitely punching fucking air. Tony is definitely punching fucking air, bro. That's wild.
It's so funny how they. Sorry, one more thing. It's so funny how WWE and TKO are in so much debt, but they can afford to give these wrestlers all this recognition and, just TV time too, because they know it's like a moneymaker.
I feel like the only one that doesn't deserve to necessarily be in that photo is Jade Cargill, just because I don't think she's that good in the ring, and she hasn't improved from her time in AEW.
Oh my God, get the fuck over it. We already talked about that shit, but she was a part of AEW, and she is a fucking world champion now, dude.
The train is leaving, bro. Jump on
Listen,
it,
bro.
I hate
to break this to you, just like I hate to break it to the other people. How about how apparently what's his face, the big orange in the sky, is not their president? I hate to break it to you, bud, but she's your champion.
I know. Not my champion. I didn't vote for that shit.
But all in all, though, I think it's kind of cool to see the contrast of where they've been and where they're at now. Oh God. He said, "Eat shit." Fucking Dottie's on a roll tonight, bro. Greatest heel turn of all time, and it wasn't even televised. But I will say though, like I think it's kind of cool seeing the contrast of like where they've been and where they're at now, and their dreams came true, man. Their dreams fucking came true. Like Ricky Saints right now, killing it. Ethan Page, killing it. Fucking even fucking Blake Monroe, killing it. I mean, I feel like it was a little too fast, but she's fucking killing it.
Yeah.
I think that, ultimately this is really cool. I think it's really cool because each one kind of made sense as fast as it was. It's really cool to see, people level up, and I love it, man. I really do.
I feel like they should get rid of the PC altogether and just fucking scout from AEW talent.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree, because at this point, what the fuck's the use of the PC Center when every AEW star just makes it so much better? Cody said it best, they're in a good place. Abso-fucking-lutely, and I feel like that is a great segue for the Getting Put Over segment. Guys, it's going to be a good one. Hold your fucking horses.
Every week we do this thing called the Getting Put Over segment. We pick one past, present, or future professional wrestler and we put them over. We talk about the defining moments, the accolades, the rivalries, the segments, and our biggest what ifs. It's time to put a new wrestler over in the We Are Wrestling Getting Put Over segment.
Yeah, buddy. So on this week's Getting Put Over segment, we got the one, the only, Jon Moxley, or as formerly known as Dean Ambrose. I'm kind of fucking excited about it, man. So before we get into the Getting Put Over officially, Dan, do you have the accolades for me for Jon Moxley?
I can bring him up. Yeah. So he was a lot of champions in different companies. Do you want
just give us WWE, just give us AEW.
Okay. So he is currently? No. AEW World Champion 4 times. He was the AEW
hold on.
champion.
Hold up. I fucked up. Donnie's coaching me through this in real time. So he was actually a 2-time CZW World Champion. He was a fucking 1-time WWE United States Champion. He was a 3-time WWE IC Champion. He was a 2016 WWE Money in the Bank winner. He was a 1-time WWE Champion. A 2-time WWE Raw Tag Team Champion with Seth Rollins. And on to the AEW, I'm assuming, accolades. We have a 2020 and 2022 ranked #1 PWI Top 500. Damn, he made #1. Holy shit. He was also a 2-time New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP US Champion. He was a 1-time IWGP World Champion. He was a 4-time AEW World Champion. He was a 1-time AEW Interim World Champion. He was a 1-time AEW International Champion, a 1-time GCW World Champion, and thank fucking God that is it for his accolades. Now, what were you saying?
I was laughing.
Oh, you're laughing? I thought you were about to say something. The answer is clearly no. All right, so favorite title run. My favorite title run of Jon Moxley's was, Jesus, I have so many fucking messages. His first AEW title run, which was this one. So when he became AEW champion, it felt like a brand new era in terms of like how you could hold a world title, because we were at the time we were kind of only used to seeing the WWE title because obviously TNA doesn't have a televised deal. New Japan, you kind of have to fucking go through hoops in order to even watch that shit. Why is everything blowing the fuck up right now? Sorry, I'm losing my place because I'm getting messages non-fucking stop and it's throwing me off. It felt fresh, it felt new, and it felt like a brand new era. And hold on, let me see what the fuck he said, because now I'm like souped out. This is why somebody else is going to be hosting next time. Danny, what was your favorite title run?
My favorite title run, I have two.
You have two? Well, you're gonna give me one.
I'd have to go with his WWE title run. You know, it was just I feel like at that time nobody like looked at Dean Ambrose. He was sort of like the black sheep of the Shield. Nobody really looked at like when you see him, like you don't see, oh, he's gonna be main eventer, he's gonna be world champion.
Keep talking.
Like you didn't see that, you know. So the fact that he was, you know, I feel like that was a pretty big deal at that time.
I agree, Danny, because I thought he was kind of the black sheep of the Shield too. Like people thought of Roman Reigns as this next great signal play caller, and then Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins, you know, himself. So like Dean Ambrose was just kind of there, like the third wheel or some sort. So that's kind of like what made me pay attention to. But
I didn't know who was going. Are you going now, Dan?
Yeah, I could.
Oh, yeah, I thought I lost my train of thought because I have.
No, you said keep talking, so I was just kind of agreeing with what Danny was saying.
Okay.
But my favorite title run I went with the 2003 to 2014 U.S. Championship. It was his longest WWE title reign with 351 days, so almost a year, to be honest. He ended up having like a 20-man battle royal to figure out the title. I'm not sure. I forgot the reason why, like the behind that. But I remember of just it being like watching it and thinking like, oh wow, okay, so this is a very prestigious title. Like they're having a Royal Rumble or Battle Royale for this title. Like when was the last time you've seen that for any title reign recently?
Facts. So what was your favorite title reign, Eddie?
That was it.
Oh, the US title?
Yeah.
I'll bet. Okay. So what was the favorite match? I went with Nick Gage GCW 2021 because holy fucking brutal. I don't really have to say much about it. Like literally, if you can find it anywhere, go and fucking find that match. You'll come out disgusted. You'll come out fucking disgusted. That was a career highlight match between Moxley and fucking Nick Gage himself. Nick Gage is like the death match, like god. Like there's a king, which is kind of Matt Cardona, if we're gonna be honest. And then you have a god, which is Nick Gage. I would put John Moxley up there too because of that fucking match. That match is absolutely fucking brutal. GCW 2021. Definitely check it out if you haven't had the chance, Dan.
Yeah, shout out to I do want to take a moment and shout out Nick Gage really quickly. It just came out that his wife recently passed away. She was in her 40s or whatever.
Damn.
So, you know, he's taking a little break away from pro wrestling currently. So shout out to him. Hope everything is going
condolences
well.
And thoughts out to Nick Gage, man.
My favorite match, it was a really hard one to pick because he's had a lot of bangers in his career.
Yep.
But I have to go with Full Gear 2022 against MJF. I just feel like even though Moxley, like, you know, you get irritated seeing him on TV sometimes, like the dude never has a bad match. And pairing him with somebody like MJF, who is, you know, a god amongst men in a lot of cases, you know, when it comes to pro wrestling, like I don't understand how you could ever have a bad match with the two of them. So I have to go with that one.
I do remember that, David. What was your favorite match, Eddie?
I mean, there were so many to choose from, to be honest. Like, I loved just watching him while he was in WWE. And I'm really starting to like him in AEW now when I can actually like watch the matches. But I picked two, but just name one. I picked the Royal Rumble 2016 IC title last man standing match against Kevin Owens. The other one was a close second. It was SummerSlam 2014. Oh, you do have it. Okay. Yeah, it was SummerSlam 2014 Lumberjack match against Seth Rollins.
Those are two very fair competitors. So I don't.
Dude, there were so many dangerous spots in that last man standing match. They stole the night. They stole that show, the Royal Rumble.
That was amazing. Dude, KO is like, if you want a good match that's gonna have longevity in some memorable fucking moments.
Honestly,
Kevin Owens.
People don't give enough credit. Like, he is a lot like Gunther, who helped put wrestlers over.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, Dean Ambrose was already put over, but he's just a really great wrestler to work with. He was never in great shape too. Like, he's always a little butterball, but he has some fucking cardio, dude.
He does.
I always feel like they're doing Kevin Owens a massive disservice. Like the fact that he's only had one WWE championship run is atrocious.
Oh yeah, it's because he fucked up on the Broken Skull podcast, dude. He got personally fucking punished for that shit, bro. So, favorite segment. Mine was every single fucking time Jon Moxley decided he wanted to bleed for the fuck of it. The dude could sneeze the wrong way and be bleeding out of his eye sockets for 3 fucking days straight, dude. I don't know what it is, but Moxley bleeding is just fucking hilarious at this point because it's just a meme. It's just a fucking meme. What was your favorite segment, Danny?
My favorite segment, well, I put my favorite moment, is either when he turned on the Shield in WWE or his AEW debut at Double or Nothing, 2019.
His debut was sick as fuck, dude.
Both instrumental moments in his career, that people look back at fondly. So, it was very hard to pick.
Facts. What about you, Dan?
So I did a moment of bliss, but really Dean Ambrose stole the show. You got the image, awesome. He was just hilarious coming out there. First of all, he was like confronting Nia Jax, like, I know you have a big crush on me, but you have to stay the fuck away. And I remember what's his name? What her wife's his wife. Wow, his wife's name, who was doing announcing at the time, commentating. Renee Young, and she was like, oh. But no, the best part was when he was confronting EC3. He's like, I'm gonna take over this interview right now, and he was doing rapid fire questions. He was like, who are you? What does EC3 mean? Where are EC 1 and 2? And like he was so dead fucking serious with those questions, and the fact that promo happens, and then like you don't see EC3 ever again in WWE. He was the 24/7 champion, like I think 4 times, and that's it. He's currently some champion in some wrestling company out in the UK. I think he's a double champion of some sort. But like he killed his career before EC3's career even started. Damn. I thought that was just hilarious. So whenever I think of Dean Ambrose, I think of all the times like him with the Shield, him in AEW now bleeding with every other match. But that segment always comes back in my mind.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right.
Where is EC 1 and 2?
Favorite year? For me, it was 2019. That was the rebirth of Jon Moxley and the goodbye of Dean Ambrose. And ever since then, he's been putting on some fucking memorable bangers. Not even just bangers, but death matches, promos. He's had plenty of fucking moments in championships since leaving WWE. He's actually been with AEW longer than his own WWE stint at this point, so he's basically like an AEW stay.
Look at you, the stats guy.
So, I actually just saw it on Facebook not too long ago, so that's why I remembered.
That's where I get my stats too.
But yeah, that was my favorite year just because I love a good rebirth and I love when it works out and, you become a big star, So, Danny, what was your favorite year?
My favorite year has to be 2022. And like, that's obviously, is that like his best year in AEW? Probably not, but that's really when I started. Like 2021, 2022 is really when I started paying attention to AEW around when Punk came in.
Yeah.
And I remember it was 2022 when he had the lights out match, I believe, with Hangman Adam Page, if I remember correctly. It was just a good year, I mean, Moxie's a solid worker when he's given the right tools to do so. So yeah, you can't really go wrong with it.
All right, bet. What was your favorite year, Eddie?
So I went with 2016 for a couple of reasons. One was like towards the end of 2015 into 2016 is when I really started watching wrestling again. Now, granted, it was when my former brother-in-law was telling me that I looked like Finn Balor. I was like, okay, cool. And I looked at it, I was like, I can kind of see it. Yeah, like that was my exact reaction. So I started watching wrestling again for that. But then it was Dean Ambrose who kind of kept my attention. And the whole thing with the Shield going on, like this, it was continued to be in shambles. And then his feud with Kevin Owens for the IC title, I was kind of paying attention to that. So that's what like kept my attention. My attention started with something else, but then watching Dean Ambrose and everything else happening, that's what kept my attention all through the years. So I've been actually watching wrestling again for like almost 9 years now. Shit.
Facts. Favorite rivalry. So honestly, mine might surprise you, but you guys already know my answer. But I went with Hangman Adam Page. I think Hangman and Jon Moxley had a really good amount of chemistry, and ironically enough, I don't think they've actually kind of done a lot of stuff together. But I think that one feud when Hangman finally became champ, I loved it. I loved it. I think that they have like that same kind of grit. Where obviously Mox feels more so like a seasoned veteran leader, where Hangman kind of reminds me of a very young, almost like pre-Dean Ambrose Moxley. So it's like I there's a lot of echoes there that kind of give me that familiarity, and it also kind of shows in their chemistry, and I think that's why I was like super compelled in it. And that should be kind of a shock because I chose an AEW fucking superstar, not even a WWE one. So that was mine.
I was thinking of Danny for AEW stuff.
What was yours, Danny?
My favorite rivalry has to be Eddie Kingston, just because like Moxley and Eddie, they have a long-standing, relationship and, friendship, and, they have massive amounts of respect, whatever. So like we've seen them, they teamed for a long time in AEW, and to see them at like, go butting heads with each other, and like Moxley and Eddie Kingston are both hard hitters, they're very stiff workers or whatever. So it's going to be a good match whenever you get them in the ring, just because like they're not afraid. They're like, no, motherfucker, you're going to fucking hit me. You know what I mean? It's fun.
So it's kind of like the dedication there. All right. What about you, man?
Besides Seth Rollins and the low-hanging fruit with him in the Shield, I went with Kevin Owens because I remember just their promos for the IC title just fucking being fire, and just kept me drawn in and wanted to see what's going to happen next.
Bet. So now on to our dream opponents. So mine is very obvious. I feel like this would have been a dream match that I would have paid to see at WrestleMania or ECW's WrestleMania if they had one. I got to go with Jon Moxley and Sabu in his fucking prime. Whoa. This would have been a death match for the fucking ages, bro. That would have been fucking crazy. I don't really, if you don't know who Sabu is, you're either too young or just genuinely have some weird tastes in wrestlers, because dude, Sabu was my favorite Extreme wrestler. He was my favorite ECW wrestler. So the fact that we got to actually work with Sabu was kind of fucking dope. So I think that, I had to, not only by respect, but, kind of going back to who I was in the terms of like the hardcore era, I had to go with Sabu. Danny, who do you got?
My dream opponent is one that I feel like that makes a lot of sense, and when I say it, you guys are gonna be like 100%. Jon Moxley versus Hardcore Holly.
Oh God, bro. The money I would pay Jon Moxley to beat the absolute living dog shit out of Hardcore Holly is like it's stupid insane. Like if I were to hit the lottery tomorrow, I would be on the first phone call with Tony Khan figuring out what the fuck I can do to make this happen. Bro, like, I would love to see it.
Hardcore Holly from like 2001 and like Moxley from like 2019,
biggest dick
2020.
in the planet. He deserved to get sandbagged by fucking Lesnar.
Bro, this match, that match would have been a moneymaker, man.
Man, I can't tell you how fucking happy I was to see Lesnar drop this motherfucker on the back of his neck, and then in turn, as he's in pain, he's just like kicking his fucking face like he's a piece of shit. And that made me so happy as a child, and it makes me even happier as an adult.
Bro, you have the amount of hate for Hardcore Holly that fucking Donnie has for fucking Sheamus.
Yeah.
Or Alicia Taylor.
Dude. Well, I have an excuse for Hardcore Holly. That dude was a fucking dick in the ring and out of the ring. The dude was a piece of shit. So I have no respect for Hardcore Holly. Like none. I wouldn't want him on the podcast, none of that shit. But that's just me personally. I think he's a bully. I feel like that, like, regardless of how good you are in the ring, you're not supposed to beat the shit out of people just because you don't like them. I don't know, man. I was never a Hardcore Holly guy. Who'd you got, Dan?
So you guys kind of touched base on it earlier. You like to see Jon Moxley bleed during his matches. He, takes pain more than anybody else. He is probably one of the toughest, if not the craziest,
today, Junior
wrestlers. I want to go with '90s Mick Foley in a Hell in a Cell match. And fun fact, they were set.
Hell match?
Yeah, just to see like. You've seen Mick Foley's matches. Mick Foley does some crazy shit. Thumbtacks,
the
ear bitten
only
off,
way I would accept
throwing off
that,
a cage.
the only way I would accept it though is if Mick Foley got to throw John off the cage. That is the only way I would accept it. Is because obviously nowadays Mick Foley is not surviving that.
What if they both threw
John Moxley
each other off of the cage?
No, Danny, I'm not trying to kill the fucking guy. He's almost 70. What are you talking about, Danny?
Well, we're not.
Well, that's why I did
Mick
90s.
Foley now. We're talking about Mick Foley from back in the day.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I said that's why I said 90s Mick Foley, because Mick Foley is not. But I said they were set to have a feud back in 2012 when Ambrose confronted him in a hotel room.
Yeah,
but they never. Foley was never
went
medically
fruition,
cleared. Yeah, so they never went through it. So they never had a match, and I would have loved to see it.
I think Edge honestly held up the best that anybody else could have for one of Foley's last like hardcore matches. Yeah. But it would have been great to see Moxley go.
Any one of Mick Foley's characters, Cactus Jack,
I call him Hard
Foley.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And so I thought that'd be interesting to see, and it would probably be Hell in a Cell or fucking War Games, maybe. I don't know.
Bet. All right, last one. Biggest what if? So, mine was, what if Jon Moxley came back to WWE as Jon Moxley as is? Like, I feel like that would be kind of fucking nuts. The only way that I would accept it is if Jon Moxley came back with no recollection of who the fuck Dean Ambrose was. Like, I'm talking like, if we're going to build on the lunatic fringe character and then you have any kind of plan to switch him back to Dean Ambrose, have him come back with no recollection of who the fuck Jon Moxley is, have a feud with fucking Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, try to do a Shield reunion, have it fucking fail, and just have him, and then eventually down the line turn it back to Dean Ambrose if you want when you throw him into the fucking loony bin. But I feel like it'd be a kind of cool segue to bring in like Jon Moxley and just have like those crazy fucking matches before getting nerfed the fuck out to WWE standards.
The only problem I have with that is the fact that Dean Ambrose had such a banger theme, and I feel like if you're gonna like totally get rid of that character,
I think his fucking theme is garbage, bro. You literally have like the worst version of Wild Thing as his fucking theme.
I'm talking about his theme in WWE.
Oh, I actually didn't mind his fucking Dean Ambrose theme. I actually didn't mind it at all. Okay, I thought you were talking about his AEW theme currently. I'm like, dude, that shit's garbage, bro.
His theme in AEW is trash.
If you were gonna give him fucking Wild Thing, you should have given him the fucking Beartooth version at least, bro. At least give him the Beartooth version, bro. It would have been dope as fuck. Yeah. Imagine Steve Austin and Mox. Oh, and the Attitude. Fuck, that would have been so good.
Crazy.
But at the same time, though, where that would have been crazy, I wouldn't know who the fuck I'm looking at because at this point they both looked like each other. Another bald ass fucking goateed ass motherfucker. But yeah, that was my my what if. But Dan, what was your what if?
Me or Danny?
Danny.
My biggest what if is, what if the roles were reversed? What if Mox stayed in WWE and Rollins left for AEW, and Mox is the main event guy Rollins currently is, like before his injury? Like,
so I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it would have worked. I think that Jon Moxley is 100% built for what AEW provides. Mm-hmm. I think Seth would have gotten lost in the shuffle just because he is very much so WWE bred. I have an autograph from Steve Austin from the 90s still. I
flex.
think what?
Flex.
What do you say? Yeah, flex, big flex. I think that it would have failed simply because Rollins is too theatrical. He's way too theatrical. He's way too by the book. I feel like if Rollins had creative control, he wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it. Like, I feel like Rollins is an example of being made from the machine itself. Like, I don't think that Rollins would have a successful Indies run. Like, yeah, he'd make a butt ton of money, but at the same time, it's like Rollins going to the Indies would hurt his career. Unlike, like a Karrion Kross going back to the Indies, even a Cody Rhodes going to the Indies. Like, I don't think Rollins would have as a successful time outside of WWE where, Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, he's built for the shit outside. He understands creative control. He understands his character. Rollins is kind of a two-trick pony in a way. Like, I can't see Rollins doing any other roles where I can see, Jon Moxley doing a lot more. So I feel like it would have failed.
He's more of a technician showman in WWE as far as
CCO.
where Jon Moxley is more of a dangerous, like, weaponizing.
John Moxley is a pro wrestler where Seth Rollins is 100% an entertainer.
Yeah, exactly. My turn?
Yes, your turn.
Oh, okay, cool. So my biggest what if is what if Dean Ambrose came back as part of the Shield along with Seth back in WrestleMania 40. And
shit.
I say that because we
What a
could
picture.
have a sort of that's a good picture. A Shield reunion and have a mix of feuds between Seth and Ambrose against Reigns, while Seth is also feud with Cody and CM Punk. And I kind of mentioned it alluded to it earlier in the podcast where they were talking about Rey Mysterio and Dominic like facing, ghosts of your past. If Dean Ambrose came back and is involved with this feud, does he join Seth's vision? And if so, does he eventually go against Seth and feud with him, or does he go with Seth as far as like seeing this as like a Shield part like 2.0? They don't need Roman. Roman's his own thing. Like they don't want Roman back, and that's what pushes Roman towards Cody's side even more.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A Shield reunion today would not work at all. Yeah, it just we're at a point now where it wouldn't work because the bottom line is they're all too damn big. They're all too damn big right now, and they got their. And I feel like John Moxley would not come back to WWE to be a part of the Shield again. I feel like if he were to come back to WWE at all, and I don't, to be honest, I really don't see it in his future at all. I think he might.
He doesn't.
He's done.
No, he doesn't see it.
I think he would do it for himself, but I don't think WWE is something that he wants at all. Like even while he was there, he seemed very uninterested.
Right, and that's what I wrote. What if it's too? Because they could have the Shield part, kind of feud going on with the War Games that are coming up. That's kind of why I was thinking because Roman Reigns is going to be involved with the War Games somehow.
Yeah,
and
that's
with
discussion.
What else? I was going off the more nostalgia factor,
Moxley, David,
and the like. Facing ghosts of your past where Seth is dealing with so much shit right now, and the fact that like Dean Ambrose was still around and he doesn't know if he's like on the same side as you or whatnot can add to the tension that Seth is currently going through with CM Punk, with Drew McIntyre, with like he's just feuding with everybody at this point. And I feel like that could have been something that would help both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins too.
Facts.
Because if he beats all of them, then he is at his own God mode at this point.
I don't think Dean Ambrose or John Moxley will ever reach a God mode again. But
I'm talking about Seth.
Seth. I don't think he'll ever reach a God mode again. Too. He already did that with his fucking savior gimmick, and it was honestly kind of. It was.
Oh no, not something gimmicky like that. Like saying.
I know what you mean. I was just saying.
Okay.
I was like, he already
Roman
did
Reigns,
God mode once.
Like fucking needle mover.
But this week we put over the one, the only John Moxley. And it's my pick next week. And next week, right on the We Are Wrestling podcast, 182, we're going to be putting over Absolute Ricky Saints. So, really start to talk about that. But now, let's get into this week's main event topic. And this week's main event topic is John Cena versus the winner of the Last Time Is Now tournament. And the first two matches have been announced as Rusev versus Damian Priest and Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm really stoked about it. And apparently it is a 16-man tournament with people from NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and other companies. So I'm obviously going to see Joe Hendry in this match. It's obvious he's going to be in this match. So we're going to have people from TNA. Now, here begs the question, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think, because rumors are still heavily circulating, that Edge might be that final opponent? And I'm not going to say that it's true because I'm not going to believe shit until I fucking see it. I'm not going to be known as one of those marks. But it is starting to pan out to be possible now. It is starting to pan out to be possible, especially everything going on in the IWC. We don't know the exact time frame of when his contract is supposedly running out. It wouldn't be the first time that a superstar from a rival company has come to the company and vice versa for one night only.
And here's my thoughts on the whole thing.
No, I'm not done. I'm not fucking done. they keep stressing somebody from another company. So I'm starting to believe that his final opponent is somebody from another company and is not going to be a WWE talent. It may be a WWE homegrown talent, but it's not going to be a current member on the roster. And they keep fucking saying it. They keep nailing it into your fucking head. It's anybody's fucking game at this point. What are your thoughts? Now you can go, Danny.
Here's my thing. I do not believe that
Angelo.
I do not believe it's going to be Adam Copeland Edge.
I don't think so either.
Fact that
they're trolling the fuck out of us. I'm just saying it would be fucking cool, but it's looking more and more possible.
Yep, it's not looking possible. Because he would have to wrestle more than one match for WWE, and that I don't see Tony Khan allowing. Because he would have to be involved in this tournament. He would have to be on Raw or SmackDown in order to win.
Hey, bud. So, I'm going to tell you this right now. It is entirely possible, because if you see Adam Copeland in that match, and I'm not fucking saying he is, but if you see him in that match, anything's possible. It was obviously settled and done before he even showed up. Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just go back to the whole, there was a DX reunion on Raw a couple years ago, and it was all set for Billy Gunn to be involved or whatever, and all Tony Khan asked was to get some kind of recognition, be like, Billy Gunn's in AEW, this and that on commentary, and WWE said no, so Billy Gunn got pulled from the entire thing. That's why he wasn't there. WWE and Tony Khan have a long history of not liking each other and all that stuff. So I don't see it being any AEW talent. I feel like it's going to be somebody that has some kind of WWE affiliation. WWE works with All Japan. WWE works with AAA. WWE works with TNA. You obviously have NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
What if we see fucking Alberto Del Rio? I'm gonna fucking scream at my TV in the worst way.
I'll be fucking pissed.
I will walk away and never watch WWE again. I want it to be Gunther.
Oh, fucking boring. It's boring, dude. It's fucking
Gunther
boring. Just because they've never been in a match, that's the final.
Gunther is just like Sheamus, bro. If it's not Gunther, it's gonna be Sheamus.
I'm saying both of those choices are big whack.
Let's say I could say shit.
I know you didn't say shit. I'm just saying both those choices are shit.
I've also heard people say that maybe it could be Javon Evans, because Javon Evans had a singles match on NXT with Randy Orton in St. Louis. Bro, Sheamus done shitting your Cheerios again.
On it like fucking clockwork. I love you, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. You're the god, Donnie.
He has like some kind of like weird fascination and hatred with Sheamus. I don't quite understand it.
He's boring.
Can't say it's a race thing because they're both white.
Yeah, fucking dude. Sheamus is like 3 shades of white for 3 different people. Holy fuck. You turned the fucking brightness all the way up on that motherfucker.
I feel like it's gonna be Gunther. I have a strong feeling it's gonna be Gunther.
A strong feeling. We know it's gonna be Gunther. I just fucking hate that it's Gunther. But I'm trying to also speculate that other cool people will be in this, Danny.
Well, who would you want it to be?
To win? In a perfect world, Adam Copeland. In a decent world, oh Jesus Christ. In a decent world, Chris Jericho. But in the world and the reality we're fucking getting, it's gonna be fucking Gunther. And I hate it. Oh, Jesus Christ, Donnie, what? I was about to end the show. What? What? The fuck do you want? What?
You Sheamus hater, get the fuck out. He's muted.
You're muted, bro. You don't even
have your fucking
right mic in. You had one moment, you fucked
fucking
up.
botch.
You ain't shit. You ain't
Botch
shit.
City, bitch. Botch City, bitch.
You ain't
Botch
shit.
one, Dottie.
Botch one, Donnie.
Came in muted.
The botched one.
Donnie's gay wrestling entrance.
He gave us his wrestling entrance, but he muted his fucking mic. He said, fuck a promo.
You're like an NXT talent trying to cut a promo.
He literally dropped the mic because his mic doesn't work.
Bro, this is like AEW, man. You know how the fucking
my head has a heartbeat.
And the fucking audio's all fucked up.
My head has a heartbeat.
I was one not hosting and still have issues.
You might as well type it in the chat, bro. Your mic's like, no, man, you're not gonna talk shit
Clocked
today.
out entirely for the fucking day. Wait, I have to read that each. That was awesome. Oh god, that was fucking awesome. Oh, that was awesome. I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about at that point. Oh yeah, we're talking about fucking Sheamus and him and how much he hates him. Oh yeah, he doesn't like Sheamus, but I hate both of those fucking choices, man. I feel like, if you're retiring, I get you want to pass the fucking torch, but don't pass it to the one monotone fucking wrestler on the goddamn roster. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh shit.
I fixed my problem.
What about Obafemi?
So I was just cleaning my desk and I didn't plug in my XLR mic.
Oh shit.
So yeah, no, what I wanted to say about Sheamus is you are fucking delusional, Danny, if you want that to be John Cena's last match. Sheamus?
Nah, dude. No.
Come
he can't
on.
even turn his neck.
It has to be somebody that has history with Cena. That way they can go back to video package.
Anybody but
Jericho.
Sheamus.
The problem is, though, everybody that had history with John Cena, they used throughout the year. All of his big rivalries. They even did a part 2 with one of them.
Sheamus.
Sheamus.
What about The Miz?
At this point,
Miz had a better program with Cena than Sheamus ever did.
Fuck The Miz.
Fuck Sheamus.
They kind of fucked him up with this whole heel term, and then having him going through all of his old, like I've been saying this whole podcast, ghosts of his past. Like, they've done them all, almost. And that's why people are still banking on it being Edge / on Adam Copeland. Because, like what you were saying, Danny, earlier, is that he would have to wrestle in more than one match in WWE. They've done it before this year where they've had Seth Rollins fake an injury. What if whoever wins the tournament gets quote unquote injured and they need a surprise entrance? They don't announce it until that day. It's kind of like when Cody Rhodes showed up in WWE against Seth Rollins in WrestleMania. I mean, probably one of the worst kept secrets.
Can we all agree on this at least? Matt Cardona's got to be in the tournament.
Oh, he's gonna be in the tournament. He's already heavily like apparently the deal's already done for him to be in the tournament. Yeah. And he's going to be Matt Cardona, not Zack Ryder.
Always ready.
Imagine if he got fucking... Oh, my God. Could you imagine if he got Matt Cardona and Claudio? The two dudes he fucking name dropped?
Nick Nemeth, too.
And Nick... Well, I could actually see Nick Nemeth being a part of it, too.
I see Nick Nemeth being in the tournament. I see Matt Cardona being in the tournament. Yeah.
There's a lot... 16 people? I feel like that should be a fucking 20.
It's a specific number, too.
Because I know they said NXT as well.
Obafemi, 100%.
Obafemi, Trick Williams.
Obafemi, Trick Williams.
Also, like, I don't know, like, watching that video program, too. Like, watching,
I think Ricky Saints, too. Ricky Saints is obviously going to be... He's fucking NXT World Champion. He's obviously going to represent...
Yeah, I was going to say, like... Also, too, like, you have to remember, in this video build-up for John Cena's last match, like, they were talking about passing the torch. So it could be somebody new, possibly. Honestly, Obafemi would be
I kind of agree
option.
with Angelo. I wouldn't put Obafemi in the tournament if he's gonna end up losing and not going up against John Cena. Because
here's the thing: I can see Obafemi being in it because it's still not going to do anything to his credibility. It's gonna put him in a massive match to face John Cena. Even if he loses, he didn't take a pinfall.
Ooh, Obafemi versus Gunter in the final would be fire.
Think of it this way: it gets his foot in the door for the main roster because they've been wanting to put him into the main roster and trying to find something to do with him on TV.
Oh wait, no, Breaker wasn't in the fucking world title tournament. Never mind. Sorry.
Ooh, give me Breaker versus Cena.
Oh, fucking
just to piss Rage off.
I would give it to Trick Williams. I would give it to Obafemi. I would give it to somebody new that's going to be
Carmelo Hayes
to the main roster.
Ew. Now you're not even trying.
Oh,
you're not even trying.
Now you're just naming
Carmelo.
people.
When's the last time fucking Carmelo did anything meaningful other than getting Miz the fuck out of something?
Getting drafted.
Like, when the fuck has he done anything meaningful?
Mustafa Ali being in the tournament. I can get behind that, Omar.
Yeah, Joe Hendry's gonna 100% be in it.
He's not gonna win. Hendry. He's gonna be in it.
Yeah, he's gonna be in it, but he's not gonna win now.
No.
But either or, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see the first two matches and to see who else is also going to be taking part in it on Friday. Because Nick Aldis.
What about Ilya Dragunov?
I see more Sami Zayn than Ilya.
I think they're saving Ilya
we already
Dragunov.
got Sami and Cena already in the U.S. Open.
And
Challenge.
dude, you also got to remember, there's only 16 spots. That sounds like a lot, but that's really not a lot.
Well, especially if it's such a random number too.
Agreed.
Randomly specific number.
I was gonna say, what if Gunther and Elias win their respective matches, and then at the finals, which is I would imagine is going to be Survivor Series, we get Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov, and the winner of that match goes on to face Cena.
The Undertaker. Either way, it's going to be fun, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited for
the
tournament. I like this because I get sick of tournaments like you Rage a lot of the times on WWE programming, but I think for John Cena,
this one's gonna be fun.
This is a good way to honor his legacy, and it actually means something.
And we're gonna have some kind of surprises, even if they're fucking lukewarm. So I'll take it.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest Damian Priest, but I mean that either there or there.
Nah, we don't need bisexual Undertaker in there.
That's like Timu Undertaker, which is obviously bisexual.
We need Punishment Martinez back.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
But honestly, I really don't care who wins because I do feel like John Cena probably wants to wrestle whoever wins this. I do think that
his opponent's already picked out.
Yes, Cena has picked out who he wants to face.
Oh yeah,
in his
final
opponent's
match. Already fucking picked out.
So honestly, he's the GOAT. He has sacrificed so much for our entertainment throughout the years. So whoever he wants, honestly, I'm not going to get mad at unless it's Sheamus.
Bet. I mean, honestly, you kind of covered that shit perfectly. Do you want to take us out since you're here?
Sure, why not? I just got done cleaning my desk. That's why I took advantage of this break.
Well,
but I had to talk about this because Cena is the GOAT, and I do appreciate you guys letting me hijack the show a couple times, telling Danny to eat shit.
You can fucking and you cover the outro way better than me because it's a fucking mouthful. So
it is a mouthful, and luckily I have a little bit to say. So here we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the We Are Wrestling Podcast, episode 181. We'll be live again next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on all their horrible takes throughout this episode. If you guys... He has shit in his mouth. That's why he can't say eat shit, Donnie. If you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the podcast, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already and you want more awesome pro wrestling content, live episodes of the podcast every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch-alongs for all the AEW pay-per-views and WWE PLEs, reactions, vlogs, everything pro wrestling. Subscribe, turn on the post notifications if you're listening to this. Wherever you get your podcast, please give us a 5-star review, not just any review, but a best one review, and download this episode and all 181 episodes previous. Well, half of that, because we went audio like episode 50. Links down in the description box below. You can go follow all of us over on our social medias. Rage is over on Twitch, twitching away. Danny Huckins is over on his YouTube channel doing weekly watch-alongs for Monday Night Raw, sometimes NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, sometimes AEW Dynamite, all the pay-per-views and all that good stuff. But you don't get the weekly shows here on the We Are Wrestling channel. You can only get that on Danny Huckins PW. Dan Eddy is on Instagram, but it's private, so he can accept you or he can deny you. But there is no Twitch link because Dan Eddy has not been active on Twitch, which you need to change that, buddy.
I'm trying.
Me over on my social medias. I have brand new merch on my merch store, and I even have a toy channel, Best One Toy. Well, Donnie, links down in the description box below. But of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, the thousands of subscribers, we are taking over. Peace out.